So,
which I think the train's actually over there, boys, on the wing, yeah. So.
That was actually Trent Geddes in our ears, the panel operator. That got me a little bit excited.
Oh, you got very excited then. You got excited by the toot-toot.
I did indeed. So
Jack O'Sullivan's first game back. He's starting in the forward line for the Wodonga Bulldogs.
Don't mind it.
No surprises there.
I thought half-back might have been his go today. Just roll off, be a loose, but obviously, yeah.
And Ruben Burke starting nice and deep for the Wodonga Bulldogs as well. So there's a different look up forward for the Bulldogs
today. A lot
today.
of long sleeves in the Wodonga lineup today. A lot.
Yeah.
No
there
surprises.
Would be at least half a dozen.
And Nick Fothergill's wearing the long sleeves for Yarrawonga in the 1. We got Hunter Fronfelder on the wing in the 21, also wearing the long sleeves.
Only the 2, but 1, 2, 3.
There's
four,
also
5, 6.
a young Whooper Irvine
he wears
as well.
Every week.
Ryder Stevens. So we're underway. First quarter for A-grade oils and batteries. Yarrawonga in 8th. The Dogs season on the line in 7th. Tommy Miller extracts it out of the middle onto Sorochinski. Loops one over to Jorgensen. Been brilliant this year. Probably leading the Dogs best and fairest. Morrison, his hand pass intercepted. They flick it around Yarrawonga in the middle of the ground. Zach Forge, the Bush Ranger, goes out wide to Wheeler. He's wrapped up. In fact, it's Ryder Stevens. And the umpire says, give it to me. We've played 30 seconds opening term for A-grade oils and batteries.
Ball still inside the centre square. 30 seconds gone. Ball tossed up. Johnson gets a double tap on it. Forge for the Pigeon. Kicks it forward. Schofield competes well. He's got the job on Morrison. Morrison lays the tackle there. Ball spills out. Wilson for the Pigeons. Going to send it inside 50. Who's there at the fall of the ball? No one's really taking it. Carruthers for the Bulldogs. Ball is bouncing around. Fothergill's there. Kick forward towards goal. It's going to bounce. It's going to bounce towards the pocket. It's going to stay in, but the line's not quite going to get there. But then taken over nicely there by Max Finlay. A boundary throw in about 15 metres around from the point post at the caravan end, which is the way the Pigeons are kicking to start this first quarter.
Maxie Finlay done some tagging roles this year, Bobby, so just watch out if he's got a direct matchup for the Dogs today. Thrown in, deep in Pigeon attack. Big Eels, Jack Eels doing the ruck inside forward 50. Harry Whelan swung around on a tackle, kicks it towards the top of the goal square. Morrison, the guard dog, playing the goalkeeper role. Interesting kick out of defence. Oh, Tommy O'Sullivan stood between 3 Pigeons to take an elite body and paint mark of the day. Had to kick out wide towards the club room side. Looking for Greenhill. Taps it to the advantage of Cassidy. Met on a strong tackle by Finlay. Lots of players around this pill, as to be expected today. Wheeler getting dirty on hands and knees. Stevens, that's Ryder. Grubbers it forward. Irvine went off the ground. Kick in danger. Good decision, Ash Broughton. And a free kick to the Dogs right on centre wing. No score. We've played 2 minutes for NZ Albury. That's on the Steel Line scoreboard.
Greenhill got the free kick and gives it to O'Sullivan. That's Tom. Nice kick inboard. Found Burke. No, it's not. It's Hymus. Hymus's kick inside 50. Cassidy's there. Worried out of it. Fothergill now has it at halfback for the Pigeons. His kick going wide, looking for Fraser. It's going to bounce. He's going to be the first there, young Zach. But no, the boundary line's going to beat him. And he nearly goes through Bobby's picket fence on that far side, just like Brad Thompson did in the reserves.
He certainly did. And just the pattern of play, this might be the play for the rest of the day, Monty, between the two arcs. There's a lot of congested, which might fall into Wodonga's favour.
It's a good mark by young Hymus in just his second senior game before. Was a elite body and paint mark of the day, in fact. Good work by Wilson on ground level. Wheeler went with the don't argue. Fothergill tried to come back inside. Should have been caught holding the ball. O'Sullivan wins it back for the Dogs. They go by hand. Mimo. Happy to see it over the boundary line, and it will be thrown back in 70 round from Wodonga goal.
I feel Tom O'Sullivan might have got a kick in the shin or something. Really struggled to get over to that ball and ended up winning it. So he's just limping now back to this contest. So we'll just keep an eye on that one.
Named in Andrew Moyer's top 10 under 22 was Tom O'Sullivan. Couldn't believe he's only 21 years old. A young star. Good read in the border mail too by Freda, as Cam Wilson is brought down in a heavy tackle. And we'll have a stoppage just outside Wodonga attacking 50. No score. We've played 3.5 minutes for NZ.
Freda, he's been in part of one of Dan's lists this year. It was a controversial list, but it's a good one as Jorgensen wins it. Kick forward. Cassidy. Handball looking for that man. Spiteri. Can't quite get a boot on it. It's still there in the goal square. Noah gets there first. No.
Oh, jeez.
Jeez, I thought he got the boot to it. The umpire says no. Must have got over the line first, and it's through for the first score of the day. It's a minor one to the Bulldogs. They lead by that 1 point on the Steel Line scoreboard, and we're gone nearly 4 minutes thanks to NZ Albury.
Got to be better than Noah, because you were named in Dan's top 5 sportsmen who have played other sports, and he went in for the soccer slide. Of course, he did play on the wing for the Boomers, and he should have nailed that one home, Monty.
I thought he got a touch on it.
So do I.
Yeah, so do I. I think it was a goal, but anyway, he's a lot closer than us, boys.
He is.
It doesn't make him right.
No, I agree.
Some feedback about that during the week. Moving on.
Well, you did.
Certainly did. Boundary throw in. Far side. Johnson and Cogill doing battle all day. Geez, Miller was clean at ground level. Tumbles one inside forward 50. It clean bowls. Blake Keane's there playing in defence for Yarrawonga. And the Dogs registered their second minor score for the day. On the Steel Line scoreboard, Bobby J for 40 winks.
Tommy Miller started on ball and he's been influential around a couple of stoppages early doors.
As Whooper Irvine now gets the kick out. It's a beautiful kick too. Look at that. Just finds Cam Wilson all by himself. Called the play on. I do like myself, Cameron. Nice little kick inboard. Finds Fothergill in the sleeves, as Panda mentioned early. Fothergill still at half back for the Pigeons. Just going to go back to Wilson. Just a bit of waxing here. I think these two might do that a bit today. Throw in Harry Weir, and I reckon they're the trio that will get not 80%. Goes short, looking for Irvine. Nice kick. He's got it just inside the centre square now. Oh, it's not a good one on a day like today as it bounces through. It's got out the back button. Hargraves is there if he can pick it up. Wilson lays the tackle for the Dogs. The umpire says that will do. We'll have a ball up just inside 50 as we've gone 5.5 minutes thanks to NZ Aubrey in this first quarter, brought to you by A-Grade Oils and Batteries.
Scotty Montgomery and Blake Panderescott with you calling the action, and Bobby J. Special comments for the Newmarket and, of course, for 40 winks. What are you noticing out there for the Newie, Bobby?
The plays that we've targeted for Yarrawonga in regards to the stats today, they're all busy. They're all really busy. Fothergill, Wheeler, Wilson and Irvine have all been in the action early with 3-4 touches each.
Here's Cam Wilson, another left foot kick to the top of the goal square. And Morrison takes another defensive mark on the last line for the Dogs. Plays on straight away. He's going to kick this straight down the high a little and turn it over to Hunter Fronfelder. Just marking this one, 55 outside, 50 for Yarrawonga. Sits it up to the top of the goal square. Going with the one-handed slips catch down there from Yarrawonga. Was Fronfelder, wasn't able to mark, and we'll have a ball up. 40 out from Yarrawonga goal. No goals in this one. First quarter for A-Grade Oils and Batteries. Wodonga 2, Yarrawonga 0.
Johnson and Cogill do battle. Over the back, Jensen for the Pigeons is tackled straight away. Wilson gets another kick, goes inside 50. Ball just falls out now. Kick from Forge, smothered off the boot. Cogill, great handball back to Forge. Forge sets sail for home. It's a high up and under. It's going to land short. Who's going to take it? Finlay's there, can't pick it up. Now Hargrave, Fraser. Who's going to be the one for the Pigeons? No one. Umpire says we'll ball this one up. Top of the goal square. Looking dangerous here. Danger signs for the Dogs. They've got to make sure they're man on man. Umpire tosses this one up. No one really wins that tap. I think Johnson got a tap on it on the way out. Hymus can't quite get a boot on it. Tackled straight away. We're going to get another ball up inside
Free
50
kick.
here.
High.
It's against Miller, I feel, as the reaction come. And it's going to go the way of Fraser, is it?
Yep.
I think, yes, young Zach Fraser. I reckon did a few nice things the first game we saw him against North Albury.
7 times best from 12 games, this young kid.
I like it. I like it. A kid that can come into senior footy and do that tells you something about him, don't they, Bobby?
Yeah, certainly. He's kicking into the teeth of the breeze here, so this will be a difficult kick, but more than capable.
From 35, set sailed as Fraser. Just a
green.
bit narrow there. So through for a minor score. That's the Pigeons' first score of the day. They're 1 behind, trailing 2 behinds to the Dogs on the Steel Line scoreboard, and we've gone nearly 8 minutes thanks to NZ Albury.
Cam Wilson off to a hot start with 7 touches. He's really influential around the ball at the moment. Him and also Nick Fothergill, they're really influential.
That's a touch a minute, as Matty Wilson's kick out of defence was a beauty, finding Soroczynski on the wing. Played on when he thought no one was on his hammer, and that ball spills over the boundary line right in front of the Wodonga bench. 4 to centre for the Dogs, who need a win today to stay alive. It's going to take an almighty effort and other teams around them to lose, but when there's a pulse, there's a chance. Johnson, good hand pass on ground level. O'Sullivan into the pocket. Spiteri can keep this in. He throws it to himself. He does keep it in. He snaps on goal, but the umpire said you ran out of bounds. Wasn't a bad finish too from Noah Spiteri. Just to the left of the point post there, and it was through for a minor score. But we'll have a boundary throw in, 30 metres around from Wodonga goal. They transferred that footy pretty easily into their attacking 50. We played 8 minutes for NZ, 2 plays 1 on the Steel Line scoreboard. They haven't counted their own Yarrawonga point. Scotty Montgomery.
It went up and then it come down as we watched a little bit of battling going on. Burke just nudged under it by Cogill, who wins the tap. Jorgensen's at ground level, jumps on it. Umpire says, no, we'll ball this one up.
Josh Payne's got the job against the Milkman today in Noah Spiteri, so he's got his hands full as Spitter's looking for free kick early doors.
Ball tossed.
He's got it.
That is a free kick.
Right on cue.
Every day of the week, Bobby. That is a brilliant call. Explain what happened then.
Well, he's got his hands in the air, and he's the only player on the field that had his hands in the air, so that all of a sudden gets the attention of the umpire, so they're watching him, and then a little bit of a tug of the jumper at the wrong time from Josh Payne, and the umpire just had no other option but to blow the whistle, and Noah Spitteri's having a shot from, I reckon he'll be kicking from about 48 metres, 47 metres if the 50 metre mark's right.
It's a bit of a coach kill, that one, giving one away there. He was about 5 metres off the contest with Spiteri. He sets Salvin home and loves it off the boot. Points to the sky and says, thank you very much, boys. Through for a Sunjang goal today, the first one of the day, and that takes Wodonga to 1-2-8. With Yarrawonga one behind on the steel line scoreboard, and we've gone nearly 10 minutes thanks to NZ Albury.
Yeah, Noah's got a reputation, or starting to build a reputation in regards to milking free kicks when they're probably not there, but that one was definitely there, and that was a classy finish. You know, we've been very critical of Noah over the last little bit, where his accuracy sometimes comes under question. But he started the day. He's got 1-1 on the board already, and we're only 10 minutes in, so he'll be looking at a big day to fill his boots.
Geez, he takes his chances, Noah Spiteri. That looked brilliant as soon as it left the boot, and he knew it straight away. Just feel like he's on today, Noah. Unfortunately, his man Dan isn't here. Jorgensen out of the middle. Goes out wide. I reckon he's 10 beers deep, our man Vax on a Bucks day.
He would have just celebrated that like Noah did too, I reckon, when he saw it go through.
As the ball spills out over the boundary line. We'll have a throw-in on the far side. So two boys making their debut for the Pigeons today. Seth Lawrence from the Thirds has played 11 games. He's kicked 14 goals. And Willie Latua has played 4 reserves games. He actually dates the president's daughter. Oh, does Willie.
Wow.
Good way to get yourself a senior game.
That'll get you a game every day of the week.
There's a free kick off the ball here.
Well, I don't know what that was paid for. Cause
must have been out on the full.
But bounced.
As the Pigeons go down the wing, Latua in amongst the action. So is Yellen for the Pigeons. Spits out wide here to Wilson. Didn't really dispose of that correctly. Umpire gave him an out as the players run out of room on the far side. We'll have a boundary throw in centre wing. The Dogs were the only goal in this one, 1-2-8 over Yarrawonga. One behind. That's on the steel line scoreboard. We've played 11 minutes in this first term for A-grade Alls and Batteries.
Ball tossed in. No one really wins that one. Johnson gets it back for the Dogs at ground level and throws it on that left boot. Forge come through but dropped it. Now goes back and get it at ground level. Just a little kick from Wilson off the ground. It's going to go inside 50, looking for Spiteri. Spiteri does well to keep it in front of him. Payne also there for the Pigeons. Ball just tosses it around. Well done there by Bradshaw. Gets a handball backwards, looking for a teammate. Jorgensen. Mimo, sorry it is. He's caught holding the footy. And it's going to be a free kick to the Yarrawonga player in the back pocket. It's young Jensen Hargraves.
It's going to be one of those days today, Monty, I think.
It is. Haven't seen a lot of them, as Hargraves now is going to send the Pigeons down the line towards centre wing.
Big pack of players on the far side. Getting 2 hands to it was Crothers. And the umpire was circling. He said, give it to me.
Looking through this window, Bobby, doesn't help either. There's a lot of raindrops.
Yeah. A bit like
going
that
on.
Races at Warren one day.
Tommy Johnson.
Should imagine Lukey here today.
Oh, he'd love it. He'd be watching. They tumble it inside 50, the Dogs. Good contest from Spiteri. Spills out the back. The Yarrawonga defence have to be good here. Working hard there was Cooper Courtney. Went by hand. Spills out here towards Forge. But the Dogs have the numbers. He applied a good tackle on Brooks. The Chad Brooks making his debut today.
The Chad.
And we'll have a boundary throw in 50 metres out from Wodonga goal. Fair bit of inside 50 activity for the Dogs, Bobby J.
Yeah, there is. They've been inside 55 times for the 3 shots on goal. So that'd be efficiency rate that they'd be happy with, and there's constant pressure inside that forward 50.
Now Jack James gets a nice handball. Schofield's handball finds its way to Fothergill. Now he gets our man Willie. Latua has it. He's caught. He's going to be holding the footy on centre wing. Great chase down tackle by Venturoni. And Venturoni will have the free kick. Nice by Willie there. Went and got it. Don't see that too often in senior footy. But
what a gentleman.
I like it. As Venturoni gets it. It's a nice kick. Goes short. Finds Cassidy. Cassidy rolls around towards the top of the 50. Oh, it's a floating mongrel kick. And somehow found Matt Wilson. And he'll say he meant to jet, but you definitely did not. And Wilson will have a shot from just outside 50, Bobby.
Yeah, just looking at the matchup with young Ruben Burke. He's got the Lizard. In Blake Keen's matching up on him, so there's a couple of young guns going at it there, but Matty Wilson, you almost back him here from here.
Wilson now sets sail from 53, Doesn't like it off the boot. Drop the head straight away. And it's going to go through for a minor score across the face. Bulldogs now 139. Yarrawonga 1 straight. And we've gone 14 minutes thanks to NZ Albury.
That being 1 straight behind for the Pigeons. So Whooper Irvine just going to rack up these 40 winks today with the kicking duties. Goes towards Bruce. Good to see Ryan back. O'Sullivan wanted a free kick for a high. That was a good tackle by young Jack James. Umpire not buying at Ash Broughton, and we'll have a ball up right in front of our commentary position. We have a wonderful view of this. It's about 55 out from Wodonga goal, broadcast side. Johnson, first hands to it to the Bull Yellen. He's tackled straight away by Cam Wilson. I reckon we're going to see double-figure tackle numbers from Cam Wilson, Harry Wheeler and Jack Yellen today, Bobby J, I reckon.
Yeah, they're made for this sort of day. Bull Yellen right on cue.
Well, I reckon Bull Yellen will get tackled 20 times today.
Yep.
I don't reckon he'll lay 10. I reckon he'll get tackled 20.
Yeah, right on cue.
Another ball up right where it was about 30 seconds ago. Has not moved, this pill. And now we have a boundary throw in right in front of our commentary position. Bobby J, I might just get you to go around the grounds if we can for Mr. Stowe's Pool World. Thank you.
Yeah, we've got Murderford 19 to...
He's going to be a free kick here against Bull Yellen, who just gave a little cheapie into the back of Cam Wilson.
So just to those scores, Murderford 3-1-19 to Cora 1-8. And also North Albury's got the jump on Wodonga Raiders 2-3-15 to no score.
Could be a long day there.
So Wilson goes short. Well done by Reed Clark. Good work by Fraser and Big Keens. In fact, that was Jack Eels. Went by hand as the Pigeons go down the line. Hunter Frontfelder was ripped over the line by Venturoni, and we'll have a throw in right on centre wing in between the two benches, right in front of the club rooms. It's the Pigeons trailing 1-9. Wodonga with an 8-point lead for Steelline.
Eels and Johnson going to do battle. Johnson, nice tap, looking for Gill. Frontfelder come through, gave a little toe poke. Schofield for the Pigeons to the middle of the ground, gives it backwards, looking for Clark. Can't be clean. Coming through is Mimo, gets a little toe poke. Will Bradshaw was very clean there in the conditions. He's going to get caught holding the footy by our man Willie. Willie Latua. Going to get his hand. He's going to get a 50-metre penalty, is he? Yes, he is.
That was really stiff.
That was so soft. But anyway.
That was the exact opposite of what he did the other side. Young Bradshaw did not give the ball back to our man Willie, and in turn, the 50-metre penalty was paid. Top
of the 50 now for Willie. Goes inside to the top of the square. Who's there? Oh, straight through the hands of Fothergill. Dropping, holding the ball, Ben Kennedy. It's going to be a free kick to the Dogs in the back pocket. Really good tackle there, and they're away.
They certainly are. The Dogs' defence in overdrive down there as they bring it out to the broadcast wing. Jet Cassidy takes the mark. Goes behind it about 10 metres as Hunter Frontfelder mans it. Cassidy likes something down the wing. I'm not sure what he was looking at because he's turned it straight over to big Jack Eels. Oof. His switch ball to Latua on the point of the square wasn't great. Latua's kick to space was a beauty. Found Jensen Hargraves. He's got a little bit of
something about
spunk,
him,
I reckon, Latua. Could be something.
The cornrows.
Hargraves goes out wide, and it's Harry Wheeler, and he goes by hand to Josh Payne as the Pigeons go inside forward 50, a high up and under. Oh, Coke Hill! Take a specky in the wet, no worries, Benny boy. He rose above the pack, took an elite body and paint mark of the day, and Benny will line up directly in front, 45 out. He's
got some serious upside, this guy, and no more evident than that there with a mark as if it hasn't been a drop of rain at all, and he's getting a deserved shot on goal. He's about 45 metres out, so he'll be expected to kick this, even though the breeze is slightly going against him.
I reckon he's got a 30-40 goal a year season any Monty.
If he didn't have to play ruck.
Exactly right. Yep. If he did not have to play ruck, he's got all the skills to be a really good player. Does it hold its line? It doesn't. It just fades late for a minor score. Pigeons needed that. 2 behinds to Wodonga 1-3-9. It's a 7-point lead to the Dogs, who played 18 minutes for NZ. Opening term for A-grade Alls and Batteries.
You know it's wet when Tommy Johnson sent the fullback to kick it in because he's just going to kick the crap out of it. And he does. It's a nice kick out in the space, but it's going to find the boundary, not find a teammate. And did he kick it from inside the square? No. He knows everything, doesn't he, Tommy? He knows
all the rules.
Step outside the line. You get the possession as well. Good for the Premier data that comes out.
In rugby league, that's a 40-20 scrum. Get the ball back.
Smart. Yeah. As Johnson now will do battle with Eels. Tossed in on the half-forward flank for the Pigeons. No one really clean with it. Tackled straight away was Gill. On a repeat stoppage in exactly the same spot. And the two big boys will go at it again. Johnson and Eels. Johnson, give him that tap. Goes back and gets it at ground level. Nice handball to Wilson. That's Matt. Goes long down the line. Irvine does well. Good body work early. Gets a handball sideways towards Clark, but goes straight through his hands. Great body work there, and Will Bradshaw picks it up. Kick inside 50, finds Spiteri, and he's going to go back, and he'll have a set shot, slight angle from about 30 out.
Not only is he a good milkman, he's one of the best downhill skis you've ever seen. Once that ball was on the deck and the ball spilled out the back in Wodonga's favour, he ran like a scalded cat inside 50, and that was a well-weighted kick. And he could have quite easily played on, but knowing Noah, he would like a little bit of the limelight, a bit of me time. So
have you got something against Noah?
That's 3 whacks already in the first 20 minutes. Spiteri runs around. Spiteri gets his second.
He knows
Noah. That's his 37th for the year, boys. He's flying this year, is Noah Spiteri. And our man Dan, I'll tell you what, he's celebrating too on that Bucks party. That's Wodonga's second there, 2-4-16. The Pigeons are 2 behinds on the Steel Line scoreboard, and we've gone 20 minutes thanks to NZ Albury.
There's nothing but love for my man Spitter. I just got to balance.
Doesn't sound that way.
I just got to balance it out.
Downhill skier, milkman. What else can we call Noah today?
Loves a bit of me time and limelight.
They're all terms. They're all terms of endearment. Don't worry about that. He loves it. He loves it. He's a fantastic player, and he's proven that since he's been back from his nasty knee injury that he got, or leg injury that he got last year. So he's been fantastic.
So I think the scoreboard's wrong here. I think it's 16 plays 2.
It is. Yep.
So it's a 14-point lead to Wodonga as they tumbled inside forward 50. Cassidy first to come and meet the pigskin. O'Sullivan over this footy. 4 or 5 or pile in, stacks on the far side, and umpire says, give it to me, we'll have a ball up. Play Pandarescott with you and Scotty Montgomery for McRae Motors, and Bobby J for 40 Winks in the Newmarket Hotel. 2 goals to Noah Spiteri, the only 2 majors in this round 14 contest as he has a boundary throw in. Out on the far side, who is lighting up that stat sheet, Bobby J, for us?
Cam Wilson's had a really busy first quarter. He's had the nine touches. Also, on the Wodonga side, we've had Tom O'Sullivan, Matt Wilson, both had the 5 each. So they've been getting to work, the big boys.
Wilson, give him another one, please. There, Bobby. Gets the clearing kick and goes straight to a teammate, but he's tackled straight away. And that's, of course, young Fraser. The ball will be tossed up. Well done there, Cogill. Gets the tap. Tommy O'Sullivan, dispossessed. Goes back and gets it. Now he's fighting for it. Was Miller. They will have a ball up. Point of the square. Wodonga end of the ground. About 60 away from their goals. Johnson and Cogill do battle. No one really wins that one. Cam Wilson goes at it at the ground level. He's going to get a free kick against the Bull. Yelland and Cam Wilson. How many is he looking at on the 40
That's 11 40 wings.
Not bad from Cameron. Good start. It's a beautiful kick to out into space. Finds Reed Clark on centre wing in front of the new scoreboard, and the Pigeons will move forward from here.
So the Dogs are 2-4-16.
The Pigeons 2-3 actually.
Okay, well we'll watch that. As the Yarrawonga player in Kennedy was clean bowled at half forward, went without the footy. It's a dangerous switch from the Dogs, looking for young Hymas in his second game. Bit of work to do, but did really well. Inboard hand pass. Stevens went without it. Fraser fumbled at the last minute, trying to push off a couple. He's caught holding the ball here, young Zachy Fraser. Just went with the fend off and tried to do too much and got caught holding the ball. And Will Bradshaw, the recipient for the Dogs, who lead 16-2. Bradshaw down the wing. Bruce tries to intercept. Juggling one-handed attempt. Had enough time to retreat back to Cogill. Irvine spun out of a tackle from Hymas. Went down the wing. Hargraves. His hand pass turned over. Sloppy play. Cogill's been taken without the footy.
He played that well there.
He did. It's a free kick against Cade Mimo. It's one of those ones where the tackler thinks the player still has the ball and he just hung on to him, Bobby.
Yeah, that Cade Mimo. He's only a little wee man, and he didn't see the ball fall out the front of Big Cogill and paid the price.
Kennedy takes a beautiful body mark there against Johnson at half forward. What can Kennedy do? I reckon he's going to set Salva home, boys. Kennedy from the point of the square goes to an empty goal square. Getting back hard was Venturoni. Gets a fist on it. Through for a minor score. It's the 3rd minor score for the Pigeons yet to kick a major. There's 0-3-3. And we've still got Wodonga sitting on 1-4, but they're definitely 2-3 or 2-4. So, yeah, it's a 13-point lead we'll go with at the moment for the Dogs on the Steel Line scoreboard.
I think you're right. I think the Dogs are 2-3.
Yep.
So 2-3-15 to 3 behinds. It's an even 2-goal ball game for Steel Line. Opening term for A-grade Alls and Batteries. Dogs move it down the far wing. Here's Jack O'Sullivan. Happy to see this one over the boundary line as Reed Clark runs it over the chalk and will have a throw in. Interesting to see Jack O'Sullivan playing as a permanent forward today. Bobby has not moved into the midfield once.
No, he hasn't, and he's yet to touch the ball either. And I don't think that'll last too much longer. I think he'll move himself into the midfield at some stage where he feels more at home.
Well, he was left alone at that stoppage. There's a whistle here, and there's a free kick, I reckon, going to Yarrawonga against Tommy Johnson.
Yeah.
And Cam Wilson is the man at the bottom of that pack. How many now, please, Bobby J?
That's 12, 40 winks.
You're running out of ink.
Beautiful kick. He uses it so well. Sliding down low there was Kennedy. Went without the footy. Finlay gives it back to Wilson. That's 13. Tumbling kick was touched off the boot. Schofield was brought down on a heavy tackle. Wheeler grubbers it forward 20 metres for the Pigeons. Can they make a goal out of this? Hargraves, clean pickup. Snap on goal. It's a beauty. No, it's not. It doesn't even score.
Best result.
But they do get a stoppage. As Monty said, a good result for Yarrawonga. They have a deep inside attacking 50. They trail by 13 points. We've gone 24 for NZ Albury opening term.
Going to be tossed in. Pigeons forward line. This is what they want. Let their little guys go to work. Finlay doing the ruck against Johnson. Fothergill's there. Johnson at ground level for the Dogs. He's going to wrap this one up. We'll have a repeat stoppage in exactly the same spot. Going to see a lot of this today, I reckon, Bobby.
Yeah, there's a lot of stoppages. That's bordering on 20 stoppages already today, and along with a lot of throw-ins and out of bounds on the full. So we're going to see a lot of that sort of stuff today.
That's Bobby Jackson for the Newmarket. Ball tossed up. Finlay blocked out of it. Gets the tap in the end. Just shoveled out into space. Coming through, kick off the ground there was from James. No one's really clean at ground level. Coming through, Hargrave gets it on the boot. But another minor score for the Pigeons. Takes them to 4 behinds. And the Dogs, we have it 2-3-15. And we're going 26 minutes, and that's on the Steel Line scoreboard thanks to NZ Albury.
They're going toe-to-toe in the stoppages, and they'll be happy with that at this stage, Yarrawonga, particularly with a little bit of a breeze that they're kicking into. They'll take a 2-goal deficit into quarter time and be happy with that, I'd imagine. They're holding their own around the stoppages in the strength game at the moment.
Around the grounds for Mr. Stoves. There's some one-sided affairs in the other games. As Coquille rose again, and it went through his mitts. He got a good leap. Myrtleford destroying Corowa as we speak, 39-9. Kicked off the ground by Jake Bradshaw. That's gone 60 metres. Valuable yardage here for the Wodonga Bulldogs, and they will now have a boundary throw-in out on the far side. 55 around from then goal. How about that soccer off the ground from Jakey Bradshaw, Bobby J?
A nice little place kick. It wasn't back in the old days where they just teed off the ground. So that's that'd be a 60-metre play, Pen, and that was a great advantage to the Bulldogs.
Just territory game, isn't it, today? Bradshaw definitely showed that. O'Sullivan gets the clearing kick from that stoppage towards the goal square. Through the hands of Burke. He goes back at ground level. Does well. Gets a handball towards Jorgensen. Gets tackled high. Little Jorgie. Oh, this is where you got to be sensible, boys. Got to be very sensible.
He drew that beautifully, Jorgensen.
He did exactly what he needed to. But just coming in and remonstrating. You see this reverse so quickly.
Yeah, it's silly.
So dumb when you've got a shot on goal 15 metres out, and Jorgensen will go back after the siren and kick his 19th goal for the season, I reckon, boys.
You called that well, Pander. He got nice and low and saw the tackler coming in and got it a little bit lower, and that just enforced the free kick.
Adam Jorgensen, third goal after the siren for the Dogs, and he's actually missed it. Wow. You can't get him any easier, I don't reckon. And he's put that one through for a minor score. So that takes the Dogs to 2-4. They've got him as 2-5 on the scoreboard, so we'll go with that for now, but it's 2-5-17, 4 behinds to the Pigeons. To wrap up that first quarter, nothing glamorous about that one, boys.
Not at all. We're going to see a lot of it today. If Yarrawonga would have taken their chances, could have been an interesting game. Quarter time here at the JC Low Oval. Stay with us on O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Kia, movement that inspires.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Everybody get inspired. How about that? How about that? This time.
Welcome to Sundancer Homes. We make building your dream home exciting and stress-free. Backed by over 30 years of experience, one of many reasons why we provide a lifetime structural guarantee. Visit our information centre at Dean Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid. Carlton Dry 3.5. Embrace the mid.
Every day we look after our family first. We go on adventures, we entertain with them, we care for them. Tobin Brothers Funerals will look after your family too. With a fixed price funeral plan, you can be assured your family won't be burdened by the cost of your funeral. Tobin Brothers are a trusted name since 1934 and take pride in creating funeral solutions. Tobin Brothers Funerals, Wodonga and Corowa, celebrating lives.
With Optus Home Internet, you get more yes. Whoa. Which means less family screen time and more harmony with powerful Wi-Fi. Woo. Get the Ultra Wi-Fi modem at no extra cost.
Over in quarter time here at the JC Low Oval with a 2-goal game. Wodonga 2-4-16 over Yarrawonga 4 behind. Blake Panderescott with you, Scotty Montgomery. Bobby J doing it all today. He's on the boundary. He runs up into the box and he keeps stats. And what have you got for us? Our CNL shower screens and wardrobes. Quarters best in the first term. Bobby, I reckon there's one name from Yarrawonga.
Yeah, the standout's Cam Wilson. He's had 13 touches and very influential across all parts of the ground. A couple inside 50s and also working hard in defensive area as well. So he's been very influential. And he was teaming up with Nick Fogel particularly early in that quarter. But he was a lone ranger there, I suppose, around the ground with 13 touches. So as far as the Wodonga Bulldogs are concerned, Tommy O'Sullivan's had the 6 and Matty Wilson's had the 5. And the team stats in regards to clearance and free kicks and inside 50s are all very, very similar. But with Noah Spiteri, my man, Spitzy, has kicked 2 goals and been the only goal kicker for the game.
I don't know about my man from Bobby J. There's a lot of backhanded compliments going Noah's way, wasn't there?
It's with love. He knows how I roll, and it's with love.
Now, Bobby J, can I get you to go around the grounds to Mr. Stowe's, please? There's some one-sided affairs in the other 2 games.
I've got North Albury 5-5, 35 to 1 point against the Raiders, and Myrtleford 6-3. 39 to 2-3, 15 against Cora just down the river.
Looks like there's some sides who are wanting to play finals, probably just flexing their muscles after a week off there. Myrtleford and North Albury.
A couple of sides that probably aren't close to playing finals.
Yep, completely agree there, Monty. So the Dogs started how Jared Twitt and Jack O'Sullivan would have liked. Win the territory battle, take your chances when you can. They lead by 2 goals. The umpire resumes playing the second quarter. Jorgensen, who missed that goal right on quarter time from directly in front, left it behind, and Fothergill goes forward for the Pigeons. Kennedy, Finlay trying to claim the marker, juggled off about 4 players. Gill, did he get Schofield high? Oh, umpire was wrong-sided. And we'll have a ball up 30 out from Yarrawonga goal.
You mentioned early, Panda, that Finlay was doing some tagging. He's actually playing the forward 50 today for the Pigeons.
Schofield onto Fothergill, quick kick forward. Kennedy down there for the Pigeons. Happy to see it over the boundary line. We'll have it thrown in 5 metres from their point post.
You boys didn't see it, but that goal umpire was still putting his flags out when that ball was getting balled up inside 50, let alone in the centre, inside 50. So maybe just be a bit quicker, please, next time. Goal umpire, as Fothergill has it, inside 50, tackled straight away by Gill.
Leave the umpies alone, Monty.
No, just needs to make sure he gets those flags in before the ball gets down there.
He's got to be better.
Ball tossed up. Oh, good win by Johnson towards O'Sullivan. That's Tom. Tackled straight away. Another repeat stoppage. You're going to see a lot of this today.
At least the rain stopped, Monty. Has for about half an hour.
It's good for our notes in the box. We were getting wet in the pre-game. Nice tap there, one by Eels. Kennedy grabbed without it. The umpire says no, play on. And Jorgensen gets a clearing kick. Finds a Mimo of a nice short one. He's got the runner in, Tom O'Sullivan. Nice little balk around Finlay. Now he's in a bit of trouble, but he gets a kick away, and it's a poor one. Irvine chops it off at centre wing there for the Pigeons, and he'll send them forward again.
He will whooper, or as Bobby J called him in pre-game, bopper. Goes long, inside 50. Kennedy with 3 to beat. Johnson getting back in the hole for the Dogs. Wilson calmly by hand to O'Sullivan. No looker towards Gill, met the boundary line. And it's deep in Yarrawonga attack. It'll be thrown back in far side.
That was off air, you clown.
Nothing safe here on O&M Live, Bobby.
Absolutely nothing, Bobby. You should know that by now.
Gussie threw me under the river last week. Under the bus, sorry. Yeah, there's a clear example when I called Jasper Craven Crasper.
As Sorochinski gets a handball now to Mimo. Let's move on with the footy. As the Chad kicks it down the line, looking for Burke. Can't be clean at ground level. Coming through there was Clark, who was really good. Finds Bopper. Irvine gets a handball forward, but doesn't find a teammate. He was looking for Fromfelder. It's at ground level. Schofield gets a handball away. Now it's got the way to Eels, who's been wrapped up by the Chad, as he was nicknamed by our man Blake Panda Esquat, who's here for McRae Motors today. The ball's going to be tossed up in the middle.
It certainly will. Of course, his brother Ashton playing a few senior games last year for the Dogs, back out at Chilton this year, and his old man, premiership coach at Chilton, coming into Wodonga, which is good to see. Johnson was legged, he was tripped, and he wins the free kick for the Dogs. It's centre half back, like something out on the far side. Does he have enough distance on the leg to get it out there? He doesn't. Frontfelder almost intercepted for Yarrawonga. Sorochinski cleverly tapped it to the space of O'Sullivan. His kick inside 50 off the side of the boot. Spiteri left it behind. He's been tackled without the ball. Should have been given a free kick. Latua, beautiful out of defence, finds Bronson Schofield.
He's been good by foot, Latua, hasn't he?
He has indeed. Monty, you picked something up?
No, just telling you to turn the GoPro on that you're always up me about. As now O'Sullivan chops off that one, gives it to Jorgensen. Gives another handball, goes inside 50 through Gill. Gill to the top of the square. And we find Bobby Man. No, Jet Cassidy, sorry.
Yeah, he's my man too.
He's your man too? He's also Robbie's man. Jet Cassidy, he takes the mark at the top of the goal square. The way Robbie used to talk about Jet, I thought he'd won the Morris medal. But anyway, he'll have a shot. Top of the goal square, Bobby, and put this one through.
Young player with full of potential and ability, and I think Wodonga are just waiting for him to come good to the next level, and he'll be a sensational player for this club.
Cassidy goes bang through for a Sunjian goal today right there. That's Wodonga's third. They're 3-4-22, leading the Pigeons, who are just the 4 behind on the CMB truck and bus scoreboard, and we're going 4 minutes thanks to NZ Albury.
Yeah, the Wodonga Footy Club will be happy to get a goal against what seems to be a little bit more of a stiffer breeze in the first quarter, so they'll be happy with that start, and they look like they're a bit organised, a bit stronger around the ball. Tommy Johnson's having a real impact on around the ball, and he's played a good game in the ruck at the moment. These sort of conditions might suit him, where it takes Benny Kogel's jumping ability out of the play around the ground. So the old fella might be in for a day.
So the Dogs, the only side to kick a major, they've got 3. Yarrawonga with just the 4 behinds. Been a tough quarter and a bit so far for the Pigeons. Jorgensen sat off the back of the stoppage, tackled straight away by a couple of Pigeons, and we'll have a secondary ball up.
One thing I've noticed is Wodonga has mixed their midfield up a little bit. We've got Jorgensen and Miller, and I think Mimo might have been in that last stoppage as well, so they're mixing up their midfield a little bit.
Yarrawonga just don't have that luxury with so many injuries. Sorochinski kicked a half forward, looking for Spiteri. They move it to half forward here, the Dogs. Quick kick inside forward 50. Ruben Burke just allowed it to get between a couple of pigeons. He had the goal mouth and him. He could have ran into an open goal. Instead, he put it on his left boot and kicked it out on the full in the water slide behind the ground.
That is harder to miss than kick, that one.
Wow, like I said, he could have run into an open goal. He just had so much more time, and he kicked it out of bounds on the full, no score.
Irvine gets the ball and get called to play on straight away. Just kicks it as far as he can. Miller gets it back for the Dogs. He's going to go inside 50. His kick's not a great one, but it's out in front of Spiteri. His handball's really to no one, looking for Jorgensen, but Cam Wilson gets a handball underground instead. Mimo chops it off for the Dogs. Miller's there. Good crunching tackle there.
High free kick.
And it's been paid too high. It was against Maxi Finlay? No, it wasn't. Yes, it was, sorry. Maxi Finlay giving away that free kick, and it's going to go the way of Miller. And I reckon without that breeze, he's got this, boys, but with that breeze, it's going to be a hard one because he's going to have to kick from right on the 50.
He's spending a little bit more time through the midfield. He spent majority of that first quarter through the midfield, so that's an interesting mix-up that they've got today.
There's Miller. Was a noted goal kicker last year. Kicked 13 for the year. Smart. Very smart. Took his time. Was on the run in, and then found Jorgensen, who made a really good lead to the pocket.
I think you hit the nail on the head there, Monty. He sussed up assessed the situation well with that breeze, and he was just waiting for the right lead. And Jorgensen being a clever footballer, found the space, and quite an easy chest mark in the end.
Little Jorgie. I'll put the Moz on you at quarter time, Adam. Just make sure you get this one through now. Jorgensen sits at Salva home. That breeze has just held it out to the right a little bit through for another minor score. That takes them to 3-5. 23, 4 behind the Pigeons. 19-point lead on the CME Truck and Bus scoreboard to the Dogs. And we've gone nearly 7 minutes thanks to NZ Albury.
Second term for Jaco Wodonga. Jumping to Jaco and get away from this rainy weather as Fraser marks on the wing. Goes to Cam Wilson by hand. He kicks into space. Kennedy can tap this ball inside forward 50 if he likes. Venturoni holds onto his jumper. Kennedy does well to keep it in front of him. Played for a free kick. He should have went the pill. Eels, his kick was smothered.
Free kick to Venturoni.
Okay.
Oh, Three Wheels did fantastic there. 3-4 efforts and held on to the back of Benny Kennedy at the right time, and a nice little smother towards the end. Did well.
He goes short to Jake Bradshaw.
Three Wheels haven't heard that one for a while.
I like it. Deep in the left back pocket, Bradshaw. Goes short to Cassidy, the previous goal kicker in the second quarter. We've played 7 minutes for NZ as Cassidy goes down the line to Matty Wilson.
Wilson has it right in front of our commentary position here at the JC low. What's he going to do, Wilson? He's going to send it nice and wide and goes to the skipper and Charlie Morrison. Takes a bounce. It's not a good one. Didn't come back, but he had some time. Made Bobby laugh as he finds Stevens on the far half-back flank.
6 inches of rain decides to have a bounce.
Yeah, smart by Chug. As now the kick down the line's a beauty from Stevens. Finds his way to Yellen and put Jack O'Sullivan down for his first touch of the game, and it's a good one. Finds Spiteri on the lead. Right on the pain of 50. The umpire's bringing his opponent back to in pain. Spiteri, another one I reckon, on a dry day without the breeze would be having a go, but right on his distance here. You have to kick it 53.
He's having a go.
I reckon he might just look late. He's going to arc around now and set sail from the pain of the 50. It's got it right to the goal line and just punch through. What a waste of a kick that is if you're going to kick it a metre out. Might as well put it through or find a teammate.
Mate, don't bag you, mate.
Another minor score. It's 3-6-24. I can't believe you said that. The 4 minors for the Pigeons. 20-point lead, CMB Truck and Bus.
Yeah, on the 40 winks, we've got Tom O'Sullivan and Adam Jorgensen with 4 early touches in this second quarter. And as we just speak, Tom Johnson just with another intercept mark. He's had a really solid start to this second quarter.
Definitely winning the ruck battle.
Yes.
Is Tommy Johnson. Actually averaging 5 headouts to advantage. Gets around one on the mark. Does it stay in play, his kick?
No.
It doesn't. Ruben Burke did his best to sell it to the boundary umpire, who was in position 1A to call it out of bounds on the full. So Ryan Bruce goes short to Whooper. I'll lean out the window, and it's that cold here at the JC. The fog's coming out of my mouth. Irvine goes by hand to Frontfelder. Schofield asked a little bit too much and turned it over. Burke, his hand pass also turned over. Sloppy play here as Forge paddles it towards the teammate in Cokill. Irvine's quick hurried kick to half forward has been punched by Fothergill. It was clever. Can Kennedy dribble it towards goal? He can, but you heard the groans from below. It went out of bounds for a throw-in, but it's deep in attack. We'll have a throw-in for the Yarrawonga Pigeons.
That would have been assist of the year by Fothergill if that had resulted in a goal, wouldn't
Closed his eyes and just punched it and hoped that Fist made contact with the ball, which it did.
And did.
Super clever.
We tossed in now in the forward pocket for the Pigeons. It's a nice little throw-in from that boundary umpire. Good tap from Eels to the front.
Oh, high.
That's holding the footy, is it? Yes. Going to be against Stevens. The free kick's going to go to Seth Lawrence. Really nice tackle at that stoppage, and he's going to go back and have a shot for about 30 out, 45-degree angle. And his older teammates have just said, settle down, mate, go back and kick this one.
Nick Stevens tried to make all the play there, and he got through 2 or 3 Yarrawonga plays, but the fourth one brought him undone. And this is young Seth Lawrence having a shot at goal from about 25 metres out. A well-deserved free kick.
On debut, the young fella, known for his up-and-about ability. He sets sail for home. Oh. Through for a minor score. I reckon he was ready to celebrate that one. You could hear the crowd next door. They were very keen for him to put that one through. It's through for a minor. That's their 5th minor score yet to kick a major. They're 5 behinds, playing 3-6-24, 19-point lead on the CMB Truck and Bus. Gone 11 minutes thanks to NZ Albury.
Just a poor ball drop there from Sethy Boy. Wilson, his kick turned over on the far side by Zach Fraser. He's got a bit of something, this kid. Goes back into the pocket. Straight back to Matt Wilson, playing markers up those two. And Wilson rebounds out of D50, long down the far side. And then Fraser floats across and almost does a Matty Wilson. As I said, those two were playing markers up. And we have a boundary throw in on the far side. The players ran out of room. Might go around the grounds if we can, please. For Mr. Stowe's, Bobby J, they've got it all for you.
They certainly have. We've got Myrtleford at 6-3. 39 to 2-3-15, and we've also got North Albury at 5-5 35 to 1 point.
So scoring's dried up in those other games. 24 playing 5 here. Dogs lead by 19 points as Miller sends a high up and under down the wing, and allowed to come in and take this mark was Chad Brooks on debut for the Dogs.
The Chad has it now in front of the scoreboard here at the JC Low. Kick gets out the back. Will Bradshaw got to be clean, and he's not. Clark just toe pokes it the wrong way, and now he's just going to go, no, it's not Clark, it's Forge, sorry. It's going to go out of bounds for a throw-in in the Wodonga 50. They transition the ball quite well there. Let's go one end to the other. Tossed in about 25 around. As we have a quick look at a couple of 40 winks, please, Bobby.
Yeah, on the 40 winks, we've got Nick Whooper Irvine with a nice start with 8 touches in the second quarter. He's the man on fire at the moment with the Yarrawonga Pigeons, and Adam Jorgensen, Matt Wilson and Tom O'Sullivan with 4 touches each for the Wodonga Bulldogs.
The big bopper. Ball's just floating around. That's why we're letting Bobby keep going.
Yeah, you're not bad, are you, mate?
Hymus gets a handball inside 50. What's he going to do? Burke tackled without it. Number says play on. Clark dispossessed. Yallen has it. That's tackle number 5 against him, I reckon. He's got 15 to go. The big ball is going to be thrown up inside 50 for the Dogs as they lead this one by 19 points.
The only 3 goals in this game through Noah Spiteri and Jet Cassidy, the Wodonga Bulldogs. It's a low-scoring, wet day as Chad Brooks snaps it over his shoulder from the boundary. The Yarrawonga defence were very casual, tried to mark it. They should have rushed it through for a minor score. It spills out to play, and the Wodonga player, Greenhill, coming in and forcing a stoppage inside forward 50.
A little bit laconic, weren't they there? They needed to be a bit more urgent. Had the fat side of the ground open. They should have been a bit more urgent.
It was strange in the second quarter for Jayco Wodonga. Zachy Fraser is happy to see this one over the boundary line, and we'll have another stoppage right adjacent to the point post at the Caravan Park end of the JC Low Oval. 24 plays 5, as you would expect here on O&M Live. Monty, the game not reaching any big heights.
You've been saying that since about 12 o'clock, Panda. As it now gets tossed in, clearing, kick from Schofield. I've liked him back in this senior side, high up and under. Dropped what he should have taken, did Morrison. Oh, good work there from Cogill, gets a smother, and Morrison goes back and gets it. His handball's turned over to Lawrence. Lawrence's handball now finds its way, and it's between those two, Fothergill and Wilson. Gill's there now for the Dogs. Handballs it to Morrison. Kick down the line. It's not a bad one. Looking for O'Sullivan. He's going to get a free kick. Yes, front on contact against Jensen. Zach Fraser, sorry. Fraser stands the mark. O'Sullivan's kick inside, looking for Spiteri through his hands. Good body check. Good pick up from Miller. Miller on the left boot. It's high, up and under. It just keeps curling with that breeze, and that's either out on the full or about out of bounds on the full. So we'll have a free kick to the Pigeons in the back pocket, and away they go.
Ryan Bruce sliding on hands and knees, taking that mark deep in the pocket. His exiting kick hit the ground. Fraser made it look okay. Was really clean, young Zach Fraser. Give up cricket, you're better at footy. Goes down the wing, looking for Kennedy, and it's punched over the line for a throw-in. Bobby J, some 40 winks if you can for the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, nothing's changed too much since the last time he crossed me, but I just want to touch on Zach Fraser a little bit. He's been really influential. The cricket thing threw me a little bit, but he's his attack on the foot is really impressive at the moment, young Zach Fraser.
What I was mentioning then is I heard an interview that Lee Williams had with the boys on the All-Rounders, and he didn't really want to play footy because he was a good cricketer.
I'm happy for that.
But I reckon he's probably a better footballer from what I've seen.
What level cricket was he playing?
I have no idea.
So he could have been playing Premier cricket or
I
something.
don't think so. I don't think young Zachy was.
No, he's been very impressive today. Just his attack on the footy when the ball's in the air and up for dispute, he's been really impressive today.
I knew Bobby J, his eyebrows would raise when I said that. Here goes Jorgensen. In fact, it was Mimo who copped one on the melon on the way down. The boundary thrown in the same place as about 30 seconds ago, right on centre wing. The Dogs lead 24-5. Second turn for Jaco. Here's Monty from the Cray Motors.
Is that what happened with your footy career? Just decided cricket was your game?
Well, none of them my game, if I'm being really honest, Monty.
And it's tossed in.
That's why I'm commentating.
Miller gets it to Big Bull. Yellen. His handball back to Tom O'Sullivan. It's a poor kick, but it gets through the hands there of James. Good pick up in the wet. Handballs are just plenty. Jorgensen sets sail from home. Finally, we get the second goal of the quarter at the 16-minute mark, and it goes the way of Adam Jorgensen, who's had a couple of pings out of the ready today. But that's his first major. And that's the Dogs' fourth there. 4-6-30. Plays the solitary 5 behinds for the Pigeons on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard. And we're going 16 minutes, thanks to NZ Albury.
Yeah, some real clean footy there with the handling of the footy from the Wodonga Bulldogs, and a nice little handball there from, I think it was Tom Miller to Jorgensen with a classy finish. You know, he's missed a couple of set shots that he would normally kick, but open play. He's a very good kicker of the footy when the ball's out in the open and in dispute. So that was a great finish.
Be hard to leave him out of the team of the year this year at half forward, I reckon, Adam Jorgensen.
Yeah, you're squeezing somewhere.
Yeah, he's kicked 20 goals as a midfielder. So that's been fantastic.
And averages 20.
Yep. His 2025 season, I reckon he'll be him and Charlie Morrison 1-2. And O'Sullivan probably in the best and fairest. Here's Harry Wheeler out of the middle into the pocket. Cogill's been held. Umpire let it go. He was very stiff not to get a free kick, Benny Cogill. He looks to the umpire and says, he grabbed my hand.
He did.
And the umpire said no. Jump back and try and do the ruck work, Benny, and win one yourself. So the Pigeons kicking to the spare end of the JC Low Oval. Tommy Johnson, beautiful tap down to Venturoni. Handball to space. O'Sullivan met the footy. Coming through the other way was Jack James. He's going to have a flying shot on goal. It's going to land at the top of the goal square. Venturoni, in fact, it was Morrison. Taps it over the line and through for a minor score. So the Pigeons have kicked a goal, albeit at 6 behinds. Wodonga a 4-6-30. That's on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard. We played 17 minutes, second term for NZ.
As Gill has it in the back pocket as the Dogs kick this one in and goes long down the line looking for Cassidy. Both holding Sam. I said play on. I don't mind that sometimes as James just gets pushed off it. Our man Willie falls over. Now it's Bradshaw. Will handballs it inside to Miller. Miller gets back towards goal. Who's looking for? Spiteri. Bobby's downhill skier, Noah. Was downhill skiing very well there.
Yes.
And he got back to the top of the goal square. And he'll go back. And you know what? Noah doesn't miss these, Bobby.
Well, he doesn't, and I expect him to kick it because he's my man. But, yeah, the downhill skiing is a term of endearment because once the ball was... it is.
No, you're right. You're right,
Bobby.
He's
He's only just cleared Bopper Irvine on the goal line. And it's through for his third. And he's got his own footy out there, boys. He's kicked 3 of the Dogs' 5. So it's 5-6-36. To 6 behinds, the Pigeons 30-point lead, CMV truck and bus, and we've gone 18.5 thanks to NZ Albury.
Explain what you mean by the downhill skiing, please, Bobby J.
Downhill skiing is when the ball is on centre wing and the forward 50 is open, and it's basically a foot race from there to space, and he does that better than anybody else. And the ball, he's taken a couple of marks with the ball going over his shoulder, hence the downhill skiing
I
term.
like it.
Yep.
I like it. He gets
Scott,
Some might say it's another way. But
Scott, you've been around long enough to know what I was meaning.
I know what you meant.
We're just staring you, Bobby
Yes.
J. He gets on his bike and he works hard into space, and that's why he's a good forward.
Skis downhill.
When it's
Sorochinski
going his way.
Make sure that makes the credits.
goes inside 50, but it's been marked by Whooper Irvine.
No, we'll give us feedback tomorrow when he watches his highlights.
I bet you it doesn't get the credits.
Goes looking for Schofield. Harry Wheeler goes by hand. It's been kicked forward by Big Jack Eels. Floats it inside 50. Cogill makes a contest and then hand passes it to himself. Does well. Hand passes it to Schofield. Sets fire on goal. He's kicked it! Bronson Schofield with a Sunjan goal today. Played his first senior game a couple of weeks ago since 2018. And the Pigeons are on the board. They go to 1-6-12. to the Dogs 5-6-36.
That was a fantastic finish. That was a really good finish. And at the end of a very good passage of play, Benny Kogel fought very hard for the footy on the far side there where the ball's in dispute, and a clean handball to Schofield. And that was a fantastic finish from 45 minutes, a really quality finish.
Has been a very, very good Ovens and Murray senior player in the past, Bobby. You probably haven't seen a lot of him. He went out bush probably before you got back in the league.
Billabong Crows, I reckon.
Yep. And he's a very, very good user of the footy, as we just saw then. So
he used to destroy me in thirds, which was not hard to do, Monty.
A few did that.
I
saw Nick destroy you in the twos last week.
I trust your opinion, Monty.
Ball's tossed up in the middle again. Cam Wilson, he's just hunting all day by himself and gets another clearing kick inside 50 for the Pigeons. Bradshaw did well, but get over his head. Kennedy at ground level now. What's he going to do? Gets it towards the boundary, keeps it in. Going to get it was Courtney, didn't quite get it. Wilson's little toe poke off the ground's a good one. Stevens for the Dogs at half-back, kicks it down the line. Who's going to be there? Totala.
Oh, Willie.
Little Willie gets this one. No. I think he's paid a
50. Another 50.
A penalty. Wow. Willie could get in range here, boys, I reckon. As he's just told to settle down because he was charging towards the umpire to try and find out where this mark is. Campbell said, mate, you're going to be in range. Take your time. So young Willie on debut. He's going to have a shot from 40 out and a slight angle.
I reckon it was for young Mimo encroaching the mark and not retreating to where the mark was set. So
the umpire did blow the whistle. I thought he was going to change his decision, but no, it was trying to get him back. And Willie! Sunjan goal today. A bit of excitement for the Pigeons, and look at them all come for him. How good is that on debut? You kick your first goal, and every single player makes the effort and gets here as he charges off back to his position at half-back. The Pigeons have 2 in a row. They're starting to keep it alive in this ball game. It's 2-6-18 to 5-6-36 on the CMB Truck and Bus. We've gone 22 minutes thanks to NZ Albury.
Yeah, they've kicked 2 in 2 minutes, and that's just what the Pigeons needed, with a little bit of confidence going into the second half of this game. And yeah, that was a fantastic finish by young Boxcar Willie. Very good finish.
Love it. Roscoe Mulquinny would be pretty happy.
Yes.
Of course, Willie dating his daughter, finishing strong. Here come the Pigeons again out of the middle. Cogill just getting on top in the ruck. Fothergill spilt the footy at the last minute. O'Sullivan on hands and knees. I reckon he's just gone into the middle. Jacko, stem the flow a little bit here because the Pigeons have kicked the last 2 in the last 2 minutes and the game's opened up a little bit. The Dogs work it out to the far scoreboard side. Beautiful inboard hand pass. Mimo, likewise. Bradshaw was ripped off the footy. Was good enough to get a handball away to O'Sullivan. A burst of speed and a beautiful kick inside 50, and an equal to the charge was Spiteri, who plays on from a wonderful mark. Goes to goal. It's not going to get the distance. Top of the goal square. Bradshaw roving, trying to keep the footy in front of him. Flying shot on goal from the Dogs is out of bounds on the full, and the Pigeons have a free kick deep in defence, and their defence worked in overdrive then because the Dogs looked like they were going to kick a certain goal. 2-6-18 the Pigeons, the Dogs 5-6-36 on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. We've played 22 minutes for NZ.
One thing Bobby's man does when he's downhill skiing is he reads what's going on around him, and he saw that Payne was down and a bit sore and just jumped straight up and played on straight away, didn't he?
He reads the play beautifully when there's opportunities about.
He does. As Irvine now just kicks it as long and as hard as he can. Morrison gets spoiled. Johnson at ground level, really clean. Sorochinsky now in front of the scoreboard. Does a bit of a spin around no one, but then goes to half forward looking for Bobby's man, Noah, who falls over. The skis went out from under him.
But he also does that really well as well, Monty, where he leads his opponent under the footy and just backs
little body work and gets him under it.
He's clever.
Yeah, very clever. Afty.
I'm backing tracking really well, aren't I?
Oh, you are. You're trying to really pump him up now after you brought him down for the whole first quarter. Ball tossed in. No one really wins that one. Gill, dispossessed. We'll get a repeat stoppage in exactly the same spot. Right on the Payne of the 50. Wodonga end of the ground.
Just for 40 winks, Monty, Tommy O'Sullivan's had a really busy quarter. He's had 11 touches for this quarter, so he's been getting to work around the stoppages and pushing the ball forward.
Wilson's been held here at the stoppage, and he's going to have another free kick, Cam Wilson. How many now, please, Bobby J?
That's 18 for 40 winks.
It's been everywhere.
Best on.
Goes laterally. It's been marked by Reed Clark. Played a lot of twos footy in the last couple of years.
Coaches the twos.
Yep, more than holds his own at senior footy. Kick was poor. Asked a lot of Finlay. Jorgensen right on his hammer. Wraps him up at ground level, and we'll have a stoppage just inside the centre square.
Defensively there, Jorgensen did a fantastic job. He was trailing his opponent down the ground and saw what was happening in front of him and stopped and pivoted him and contested that ball to create a stoppage.
Myrtleford by 17 over Corowa around the grounds. They're just coming back a little bit, the Roos, and North Albury 52 to the Raiders 7. And it's been picked up here by Maxi Finlay on the wing, who fires one inside 50, looked up and didn't see anyone. And Zachy Fraser jumped over his own man. And Charlie Morrison, after all that, took a defensive mark. And the Dogs are away through Jack O'Sullivan in the middle of the ground.
Got it from brother Tom. Love to see that, the two brothers working. Oh! Cassidy took a great mark. Pay the high. Jeez, that was just a brave contest.
He can't pay the high because that was Spiteri that cleaned him up, Monty.
I think he's paid that Payne might have got him, but
that was a sensational
gutsy
mark.
Yeah,
great.
I reckon it was a mark before he got cleaned up, but he's going to go back. He's got up pretty quickly, Jet, and they've just told him to settle down a bit. He's going to have a shot from about 50. But I reckon normally he'd have this in him again. But kicking in the teeth of the breeze, Bobby.
Yeah, he's a very good kicker of football. So yeah, you're dead right. On a normal day, he'd make this quite easily. But I feel as though it's going to take every bit of his best to get the distance from here.
Here he comes now. Jet arcs around a little bit from 50. He's got nice distance. Held up in that breeze again. It's going to get right to the goal line. Oh, good grab. How good is that from Ruben Burke? Strong on the goal line. 3 or 4 pigeons around him. Was able to stand up tall and take that one as he gets arced around now. Shouldn't be any angle, but shouldn't be an issue. He's going to kick it from about 5 metres out next to the point post. Just waiting, thinking about it is Ruben. As the umpire sets the players around him, runs around now, and he's missed.
No.
Yeah, well, normally kick those ones to the boys these days, but it's through for another minor score. Seeing a lot of minor scores today. It's 5-7. Playing 2-6 here. It's a 19-point lead to the Bulldogs on the CMV Truck and Bus. And we're going 26 and a half minutes thanks to Ends at Albury.
We certainly have. As Whooper Irvine goes the big barrel out of defence. There's been a free kick here. Is it going away of Yarrawonga? It is. They want to pay the advantage.
He'd already blown the whistle twice, but I don't mind that. Good call, Ashley.
So it's a free kick for a hold on young Zachy Fraser, who continues to grow into this game and his career. He kick, though, was pretty ordinary. It tumbles forward. Burke playing in defence now. Cord holding the ball. That's a good tackle and a good decision from Ash Broughton. Fothergill was tripped over, accidentally, of course. As the Yarrawonga bench want a free kick and a 50. They got the free kick, but it's on centre wing. So the smooth operator, Nick Fogill. A beautiful kick into the leading lane of Ben Kennedy, who takes the mark 2 seconds before the siren sounds at half-time, and Benny Kennedy can go back on the half-time siren and make this a 13-point ball game.
Fothergill swung onto his left then and kicked that beautifully lace out. And this guy, he's got so much upside. He's a superstar in the making of Benny Kennedy, and this will be a great finish for the half of it for the Yarrawonga Pigeons.
So they kick the last 2 goals, have Yarrawonga. Can they make it 3 in a row and to give him some momentum going into half-time? He nails it! Ben Kennedy finishes off a great last 10 minutes for the Pigeons, and all of a sudden, it's a 13-point ball game. Kicked 5 goals last week against Myrtleford, the only 5 goals Yarrawonga kicked, and he is going to be a star. I don't know how he's not playing higher up footy. 24 plays 37, the Dogs with a 13-point lead. Game on here for Jaco Wodonga. Our Elders Rural halftime show on the other side of this. This is O&M Live, where you won't miss a thing.
Ground Up Building Products. All your building needs from the ground up.
O&M Live on 2AY.
Good grip. Knocked it over easy.
Kia. Movement that inspires.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Shawty get inspired, how about that? How about that? This time.
Welcome to Sundancer Homes. We make building your dream home exciting and stress-free. Backed by over 30 years of experience, one of many reasons why we provide a lifetime structural guarantee. Visit our information centre at Dean Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid. Carlton Dry 3.5. Embrace the mid.
Every day we look after our family first. We go on adventures, we entertain with them, we care for them. Tobin Brothers Funerals will look after your family too. With a fixed price funeral plan, you can be assured your family won't be burdened by the cost of your funeral. Tobin Brothers are a trusted name since 1934 and take pride in creating funeral solutions. Tobin Brothers Funerals, Wodonga and Corowa, celebrating lives.
With Optus Home Internet, you get more yes. Which means less family screen time and more harmony with powerful Wi-Fi. Get the Ultra Wi-Fi modem at no extra cost.
Up against the Wodonga Bulldogs, and Yarrawonga kicked the last 3 goals of that quarter. The margin was a 30-point lead midway through the second term, but now it's only 13 points. Wodonga 5-7-37 over Yarrawonga 3-6-24. Blake Panterescott with you. Scotty Montgomery and
what was
Bobby
that little
Jackson.
pause for there, Blake?
Well, the little pause was because I did inhale a beautiful lasagna. I actually ate the whole thing in that 4-minute ad break.
That's pretty good.
So a big thanks once again to the lovely crew, Karen and the guys that lead the Yarrawonga canteen here. They are the best in the business. We were offered pumpkin soup. We were offered whatever we liked. And she gave us a couple of beautiful lasagnas, some roast beef gravy rolls and a chicken schnitty. And I am beautifully replenished for the rest of the day. I tell you what, guys, we all just took the headset off, took a deep breath in at halftime and went, it's a ball game now. Yep. And we all wanted that coming to the game. The rain stopped. And to Yarrawonga's credit, I can't help but think if they didn't take a few of their chances in the first quarter, Monty, we're looking at an even different ball game. But they hit the last 3 goals of that second quarter and take some real momentum into half-time.
Yeah, I reckon Big Leroy will be so happy there. The last 15 minutes, they controlled that game. I thought they were able to transition the footy quite well from full back nearly all the way up the ground. And just their kicking ability probably come to the fore a little bit, I reckon. Wodonga's inside 50 entries have been a bit messy and a bit chaotic, whereas the inside 50s, when Yarrawonga have been able to get it there, have been quite nice and neat. And we saw from Fothergill's kick there to Kennedy right on the siren was just first class. That's why he's a cut above when he gets it in his hands. And I think, yeah, that 50-minute penalty was a little bit lucky, but yeah, they've had a 15-minute patch there where they'll go, right, we're right back in this. And Wodonga will be really disappointed, I think, Bobby. They had all their chances, a bit like Yarrawonga in the first quarter. I thought that second quarter they had territory battle. They won that quite easily. Just weren't able to convert. You know, 5-7, if they kick another 3 or 4 goals, the game's probably over, and Yarrawonga don't get that 15-minute patch where they get that momentum back.
Well, before the last 3 or 4 minutes of that quarter, Wodonga were dominating inside 50s. They had 12 inside 50s to 5 before that last 3 entries. So they really dominated territory, as you said, and it's been their Achilles heel most of the season is the quality of footy that's going inside that forward 50. you know, they've only got themselves to blame for a lot of the footy that they've played this year, and they'd be disappointed with only being 13 points in front at halftime. They feel as though they should be a little bit further in front with the dominant ball that they've had, particularly through the midfield pushing forward. But dominant ball versus quality of ball is very different.
Absolutely. You can have all the territory battle, but if you can't hit targets inside 50, it makes it very hard. And a lot of the shots Wodonga were having were from that 50 metres out, kicking into the breeze, Bobby, and they're just getting touched over the line on the goal line. Like, it's just not smart footy. They need to be a bit smarter. The smart one was to Jorgensen, where they went to that short lead by Miller, which was really, really good. But then you saw Cassidy have a shot from outside 50. We saw Spiteri have a shot. So they just got to be a little bit smarter. Maybe just wait, hold on, and wait for that leading lane to open up real late. And that's one thing I know Kreza always says is look early, look late. If it's not there early, it could be there late. So don't just shut it off once it's not there early. Make sure you look again. And I just think the Wodonga forwards haven't been doing that enough.
Take up your full quota. Yep.
Give us some of the leading stat winners, please, in that first half, Bobby J. Some of the individual stats and team stats.
The individual stats. Cam Wilson and Tom O'Sullivan have been the dominant ball winners. Both had 18 for that first half, so they've been very, very dominant for both their sides. And Nick Irvine has had 16. And majority of those are from kick-ins, but he's taken that 10 or 15 metres out from the goal square and really making the most. He's hitting some centre wing targets, which is really beneficial for his side. He's had 16 touches, and for Matt Wilson's had the 10 for Wodonga Bulldogs. But inside 50s, Wodonga are leading at 20-14. The free kicks are similar. Clearances, Wodonga seems to be a little bit in front there with Tom Johnson playing a really good role around that ruck area, but also you got the likes of Cam Wilson and Nick Fothergill around those stoppages, balancing that out to a certain degree with some class coming away from it. But there's your Nick Fothergill was nice late. He had 5 late touches in that quarter. He's had 9 for the first half, as well as Adam Jorgensen. So he's had some good footy as well.
Highlight for mine in that second quarter was the goal and debut from young Willie Latua, who looks actually like he's done a few pretty good things. Kid has only played
done a lot, but
4 reserve games, and he's straight into the lineup. So a great story, and he took a big chance in that second quarter, Bobby.
Yeah, he's only had probably 4 or 5 touches, but I don't think he's wasted a touch.
Nope.
He's had a couple of nice clean kicks to the footy on the far side, and then he's obviously had that shot from probably 40 metres, and it's a nice simple technique that doesn't make there's not too much room for error, and he's done some nice things. He's presented some pressure, and I'm sure that the big Leroy will be happy with his effort so far. That's one thing you said in that opening that halftime report was Leroy will be so happy with the effort and the energy that requires no talent. He'd be really happy with what his team's performed in this first half.
Jack O'Sullivan just looks short of a gallop. Looks like he's a bloke that hasn't played footy for 12 weeks, doesn't he, Monty? In all seriousness, he spent majority of the time forward. What would you be doing with him in the second half, Bobby J and Monty?
Well, Bobby just put the fingers up that he's only had the 4 touches in the first half, and you say short of a gallop, he looks like he's carrying a bit of weight. I think you see these guys come back, they come back ready to go. I think he probably come back a bit early, which we spoke about in the pre-game with a couple of things. He probably needed a couple of weeks of full-on training, get himself fully right, because even you see he's coming off a lot, which I think is more to do with his conditioning rather than managed minutes, to just looking at him there the way he's travelling out there.
Does he play Bobby J if it's not a season on the line game? If they can't play finals, and let's be honest, we're talking minimal chance here. Do you reckon he plays?
Well, just getting to know him through our interviews and so forth after the game and a little bit before the game, that over the journey when he's been injured, I get the feeling he's just a baller. Yep. He just wants to play footy no matter what.
Absolutely.
So whether Wodonga was playing finals or they hadn't won a game, I reckon he still would have played.
Even if it was around 18 and the season was over, I reckon he would have played.
Yeah, I just think he's a full-on baller, and he would have played no matter what. I reckon he'll spend a lot of time in the midfield and get back to where he knows his best work, and I dare say he'll be from stoppage to stoppage and spreading from a stoppage. He'll just push himself and will himself to get back into some football, Nick.
I don't reckon Twitty had any say in him playing today.
Yeah, no, I agree. I reckon he beelined this game and made himself available.
To be fair, knowing Jared, I don't reckon he stands in front of too many people when it comes to that sort of stuff. He trusts. He's got a lot of trust in his players, and I know he done that a lot with Sherry and back in the day. And if you think you're right, you play. If you don't, and you make a blue, well, you lose that trust. So Jared's always trusted his players to make the right decision.
And when it's the co-coach, it's pretty hard too.
Yeah, true.
So Noah Spitteri's caught my eye again today, and 3 goals. He continues to show up every week. He kicked 19 goals in his last 4 games, albeit 7 were against the Raiders, but who cares? He is the best small hybrid forward in this competition right now. Has been for a while, if we're being really honest, even up until he done his ACL last year, and it's a credit to him. He has worked so hard to get to this position, and you almost have to put your best defender on him, almost.
Well, I'd love to see the stats in regards to how many shots on goal he's had over that period. I reckon the first 4 or 5 games he came back, he was nearly getting 10 shots on goal a day. You know, I think there's one game that he kicked 3 goals, 7 that we broadcast. So he's getting plenty of looks, and as much as we sort of joke and muck around, he's very, very clever and knows how to find the footy.
He's so opportunistic.
Yes,
isn't he?
Exactly. Perfect way to describe him.
You call him a small. He's not a small. He's a mid. I think he's a mid-size, and that's why it's so hard to get your main defender on him, Panda, because the talls aren't quick enough and the smalls aren't big enough or strong enough. So he's just that perfect size where he can play that little bit taller if he needs to, if he's got a smaller defender, or he goes to work at ground level if he gets a big slow guy on him, and he just finds a way to kick goals.
He's slippery and he's a slinky operator, isn't he?
And he's a downhill skier.
I can tell you right now that there was a side paying $1 to run out early on a weekday. It
100%.
always happens. They don't want to sit in the change rooms and get cold. Wodonga are out on the ground. We've been talking for 4 or 5 minutes, I reckon. So we might continue talking for another minute or so. We'll quickly go around the grounds for Mr. Stowe's Pool World in the other 2 round 14 split round games. Bit of a game now between Myrtleford and Corowa. Myrtleford 8-5-53, kicked a goal on the half-time siren over Corowa 4-7-37. So they brought the margin back to 16 points at Corowa, but Myrtleford with a 22-point buffer at half-time. 3 goals to Riley Sharp over in that game, and 2 to Lockie Murphy-Dale, while it's pretty one-sided at Birrelea Park between North Albury and the Raiders. 59 North Albury, the Raiders 7, 4 goals to Josh Minogue and 2 to Josh Murphy. I believe might just get a little check in the ears if we can. Do we have a netball rap, Trent Geddes?
No.
No. Okay. All right. We don't. Thank you very much. That's what happens on live radio.
Definitive.
We're live radio. Our panel operator tells us some things down the ears. It's just like live TV. We'll take a break. Half-time for Elders Rural, done and dusted here on O&M Live. It's the Pigeons 3-6-24, trailing the Dogs 5-7-37. The second half on the other side of this. This is O&M Live, where you won't miss a thing.
Jake.
Not that I'm easy.
Kia. Movement that inspires.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Shawty get inspired. How about that? How about that? This time.
Welcome to Sundancer Homes. We make building your dream home exciting and stress-free. Backed by over 30 years of experience, one of many reasons why we provide a lifetime structural guarantee. Visit our information centre at Dean Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid. Carlton Dry 3.5. Embrace the mid.
Every day we look after our family first. We go on adventures, we entertain with them, we care for them. Tobin Brothers Funerals will look after your family too. With a fixed price funeral plan, you can be assured your family won't be burdened by the cost of your funeral. Tobin Brothers are a trusted name since 1934 and take pride in creating funeral solutions. Tobin Brothers Funerals, Wodonga and Corowa, celebrating lives.
With Optus Home Internet, you get more yes. Which means less family screen time and more harmony with powerful Wi-Fi. Get the Ultra Wi-Fi modem at no extra cost.
On 2AY.
Welcome back to the JC Low Oval. The umpire holds the footy aloft. This is what you call perfect timing, Monty, because the third quarter's underway for Weasons. It's the Dogs by 13 points.
Ball in the middle. Johnson and Kogel being a good battle. Johnson at ground level gets a kick, but it's smothered straight away by Wilson. Johnson goes back and gets it. He's going to be pinged hold on the footy. Free kick's going to go the way of Kogel for the Pigeons.
Been fantastic.
Been great. So Kogel now is going to give it to Fothergill. Fothergill on that left boot again. That was pretty dangerous in the second quarter. Finds its way to Finlay at half forward. Maxi's not sure what he wants to do. Sells a bit of candy, does Maxi. Now he goes inside 50 looking for Kennedy. The kick got taken by the breeze a long way. I reckon that breeze might have picked up the way that footy shaped then. But it's gone out of bounds inside 50 for the Pigeons as we've gone about 30 seconds thanks to NZ Albury, and it's a 13-point lead.
Ray White, Wodonga netball scores a beauty between North Albury and the Raiders, 51-49. North Albury winning. Yarrawonga 50-32 over Wodonga, and Corowa 55-31 over Myrtleford.
As Kogel takes the clearing kick coming from the Dogs on centre wing here for the Pigeons in front of the scoreboard.
Ray White, Wodonga.
Kogel just rolls around, goes to the pocket looking for Fothergill. How can he have that much space inside the forward 50, Bobby?
So you hooked me out with a red frog in my mouth there.
At least you're honest, Bobby J. Wash it down with a
Everyone
coconut
would
water
try
you have.
just palm that off like, oh, sorry, mate.
Gus McLeod perfectly timed there. No, inside 50.
Yes, Trenner. As now Fothergill, he's going to have a shot here. But everyone, he's too smart. That's a beautiful kick. But, straight through the arms of his teammate Schofield from the pocket. Through for a minor score. But just smart there. Knew he didn't have the distance, but it went straight through. I think it might have been, just trying to find what play it was. It was young Hargrove's hands. And Schofield puts it through for a minor score. First score of the third quarter. 3-7-25 plays 5-7-37.
Matty Wilson with a beautiful kick in from defence. An elite body and paint kick of the day today. And Sorochitsky's running down the wing. Took every bit of his 20 metres. And a beautiful kick inside 50 to Jet Cassidy. Two kicks from the defensive goal square to inside 50, and Cassidy will line up for number 2.
See, that was what we spoke about halftime in regards to what Irvine was doing for Yarrawonga. He was taking the 10-15 metres and then hitting centre wing. Exactly what Matty Wilson just did. Perfect pass to Sorochitsky, who actually took his 15 metres and hit the ball inside 50 to young Jet Cassidy. Perfectly called, and this deserves a goal. That was probably the passage of the play of the day.
One of the plays of the year, I'll raise you, Bobby J.
Okay, I'm happy with that.
He's getting a fair bit of advice from the bench. You can hear on our effects mic. And you can hear that
it's the boys next door, actually, in the sponsors.
The boys in the sponsors box are loving it with the cans. They absolutely love it. He put him off, and it's through for a minor score. Oh, dear. Country footy at its best. 5-8-38 Wodonga to Yarrawonga. 3-7-25. It's a 13-point lead to the Dogs.
Actually sounded like the way DJ Jones, who's running the board for Wodonga, calls blokes off. And I thought, he's got the footy, mate. What are you talking about? But it was the boys next door.
There's a lot of similarity.
I was so confused. I'm like, surely that's not his own bench giving him stick for goal.
As we talk about Whooper, Irvine just goes bang. Goes towards centre wing. Oh, Kennedy over the top of Venturone. He's going to be paid the mark. Kennedy's worked a long way away from home. Goes bang straight away, looking for a teammate, but well read Morrison. How good a grab was that? The conditions that don't really suit. And he's gone sideways. Found Sorochinsky. He's been held up in front of the scoreboard. which reads a 12-point lead to the Dogs in this third quarter, brought to you by Wiesner's. Morrison has it still at half-back. Goes sideways to Carruthers. Young Gabe decides to go straight away, puts the ball under the arm. It's a terrible kick. It's a side-winding burner, and Jack O'Sullivan goes, come on, mate, get it in the air, give me a chance, as it goes out of bounds in front of the Wodonga bench. Gone 4 minutes thanks to NZ Albury here in the third quarter.
I reckon it's the Twos boys who have been handed the sponsors box.
Too cold to sit out in the outer.
Yeah, they usually sit out over there under a marquee, the Twos boys, but they got the corporate box today. We have a stoppage right in front of our commentary position, just in between the square and the 50 for the Dogs. So we've gone 4 minutes for NZ, third quarter for Wiesner's. Still a 2-goal lead to the Dogs. On the Inspirations Paint scoreboard, Jorgensen through traffic, nudged it inside 50, got his own footy, shrugged off a tackle, kicks to the top of the goal square. It was vacant. Just to the right-hand side through for a minor score. He is so dangerous, Adam Jorgensen. That's 1 goal, 3 for today. 39 plays 26 for Inspirations Paint. 4 minutes gone for NZ.
Irvine finds Fothergill from the kick in. Gee, that's a beautiful kick. Found Wilson in traffic. Gives the handball now to Big Bopper, as Bobby's now nicknamed him. Irvine goes wide. It's not a great kick. It's found Sorochinsky for the Dogs on centre wing. He's going to go straight away. Finds a teammate in Bradshaw. That's Will. Goes short looking for Burke, and the kick just needed the hit. And he's rolling to the top of the square, Bobby, but it's just short, half volleyed and out of bounds.
It's a kick from Carruthers on this wing, and on the far wing we had
Bradshaw.
Bradshaw. That's 2 kicks in a row that could have been clean inside 50s.
Especially when you've got the breeze, you can't be giving those chances away.
So
it's
disappointing
really
and frustrating.
Coach killer. Hey, Bobby. Speaking like a true coach there, as Jack O'Sullivan goes and gets that one. Handballs it towards Stevens. I think Stevens going to give away the free kick for too high, and the Pigeons are going to take the advantage, and away they go, kick it towards Kennedy.
It wasn't the great option because he had 2 to beat. One of those was Charlie Morrison. The Dogs on the far wing in front of the scoreboard through Sorochinsky retreat. Called to play on as Carruthers. He's been crunched at a big tackle by Finlay, who ran him down holding the ball. Cool. And a free kick to Maxi Boy on the far side. Better give him back the ball, Gabe, because you'll give away 50. Finlay pressing here for Yarrawonga. They want to kick the first goal this third quarter. His kick smothered, and it rebounds 10 metres to his rear. Has to go after the footy. Well done, Gabe Carruthers. Rushes it over the line. That is an elite body and paint play of the day. You don't have to always do a disposal or a kick, Bobby. A good defensive effort like that.
No, you can't fault Wodonga in that area of the game. It's when they've got the football is when the issues arise for them at the moment. But Yarrawonga, they're still in this, and they're playing the cleaner football when they have it in their hands.
Wilson gets tackled straight away by Miller. And we'll have a ball up straight away. A lot of repeat stoppages today. Days like today, call for it. Ball tossed up. No one really wins the tap either. Ground level, no one really wants it. Jorgensen, Fothergill, a lot of numbers around it. We'll have another repeat stoppage in exactly the same spot. Might quickly go around the grounds if you've got those scores for me, please, Panda.
We'll just give you the one game because the other one's a bit ugly. 59-31, Myrtleford lead Corowa.
Might be enough on a day like today. Ball's tossed up and goes to ground again, and we'll have another repeat stoppage. It's 4 in a row. Exactly the same spot. Scoreboard reads 3-8-26 the Pigeons, 5-9-39 the Dogs, thanks to Inspirations Paints. We're on 7 minutes thanks to NZ Albury.
All thanks to McRae Motors. Panda and Monty with you. And Bobby J for 40 winks in the Newmarket. Jake Bradshaw's hurried kick is going to land right on the wing. Over all the players. The first of this football was Jet Cassidy, who should have been pinged holding the ball, or a throw. Take your pick.
Wow. And another one.
Another one called to play on. Jack James dropped the footy. Forge. Hurried kick on the wing. Lands in the arms here of Maxi Finlay, who dropped the footy with his right hand and kicked it with the left. Interesting inside forward 50. Greenhill onto Wilson. Miller by hand to Jake Bradshaw. Schofield chases after him. Left foot kick out on the far wings, intercepted by Ryan Bruce, who does what he does best for Yarrawonga. 39 Wodonga. Yarrawonga 26 for Inspirations Paint.
Love having Ryan back out there for the Pigeons. And his kick found James. Jack James. Handball. A little bit behind Payne, but he just goes with it anyway. And gets a long kick down the line. Morrison comes from 3 deep. Nice big fist. And it goes out of bounds on the far side. A lot of stoppages to start this third quarter, Bobby.
Yeah, that's about 8 or 9 from my count at the moment. But a bit of advice for the umpire there in regards to maybe visiting the hairdresser at some stage during the week.
Saying to you that the hair's going to get in the eyes, isn't it? It's just a bit nasty.
Yeah, well, it's maybe true, but
maybe. As ball's tossed in, Cam Wilson. Jeez, he's been big today for the Pigeons. Clearing kick inside 50, looking for Kennedy at ground level. Well done, Stevens. Very clean. Very, very clean to Morrison. And his kick's out in front of Hymus.
Has to juggle the mark. Did well. He's going to play on with a left foot chiseler to find Jack O'Sullivan, who has the overlap. Beautiful kick to Spiteri. Noah takes a wonderful mark. From one end to the other again from Wodonga. Bobby J, they've done that a couple of times.
Well, you talk about getting the ball in the right hands of the right players. Inside 50 is the most crucial kick of all in field kicking. And Jack O'Sullivan, who's been out of play for a long time, that's his bread and butter. He got the ball inside 50 from 70 metres out. So that's his bread and butter. That's been his frustration for a long period of time.
We might let these twos boys call the action, hey?
You'll know from their reaction, I reckon.
I reckon Noel will give these boys a bit of feedback if he nails it. You'll kick from 45 metres on a 45-degree angle, and he kicks it out of bounds on the full. No, it just scrapes in for a minor score. Oh, I love it. Wodonga 5-10-40. Yarrawonga 3-8-26. It's a 14-point lead. They're like an extra voice out there, the twos boys.
The 19th man out there for sure, as Irvine allowed to run about 20 metres there from the full back. And the kick's no good. Goes to Morrison, who cuts it off and goes straight away. He's going to pump it back in there. Looking for Burke. Oh, got up, doesn't take it. At ground level, Cassidy tackled straight away. Brooks, the Chad. Nice handball to Burke. Yellen now has it. He's going to go inboard looking for Mimo.
Oh, yes.
It's a great kick. The umpire says that's a mark. Go back and have your shot, please, young Cade, from about 25 out, slide angle.
You've nailed that, Pen. That was a fantastic kick by Bull Yellen. He just took his time. He only had a split second to make the right decision, and it was on his non-preferred on the left, and he's hit the littlest man on the field, Luke Francis' man, Cade Mimo, and he's about 25 metres out and getting advice as well. So
plenty of advice. I'll tell you what, they've done the first two. They've done the job, the boys next door. Let's see what they can do here. As little Cade Mimo puts that one through and puts the hand up to the box, says, thanks, boys. That's the motivation I needed. He kicks his first of the day, does Cade Mimo, and gets him going here in the third quarter.
He provides plenty of forward line pressure and energy in that forward 50 and forward half the ground. So to get a reward like that and kick a goal is pretty good for a young fella like that. And he's had a rough run with injuries over the years, so this is his season back into it. And he had plenty of upside there a few years ago, and the coaching staff really put a lot of trust in the young KBMA. So that was a fantastic finish.
Tell you what he has done. He's gone from a 12 disposal player a year to averaging 17.5 this year.
Yep.
So got his continuity right with his body, and he's having a real impact. And the Bulldogs coaching staff are trusting him to do so, which is what you love to see. Yelland, who set up that play beautifully before, goes out wide. Jack O'Sullivan working into this contest, and he'd never waste a disposal. Goes out wide. Dropping the mark there was Wilson. In fact, it was Chad Brooks.
Could have killed him.
Fothergill could have been murdered, as you heard from Monty. Burke, open hand pass. The umpire got in the way. Tommy Johnson wrapped up. Umpire says, give it to me. It was Ash Broughton who wanted a disposal.
And Maxie Finlay's gone into the ruck here, boys, so I reckon Jack Eels might have an injury.
Okay, just watch this one. 20-point lead to the Dogs. Must be someone shout. You can hear the boys leaving the box and going to the wing as the lights come on here at the JC Low Oval. Out on the far side, Seth Lawrence went without it. Bradshaw, Jake, dribbling kick down the line. The Chad, Brooks goes by hand to Miller. Works through a couple of tackles, retreats back to Stevens. He's going to pump this one just inside forward 50. Ryan Bruce left it behind. Spiteri with 2 to beat. Sockers it to himself. It's a foot race. Burke up against Payne, and Payne smartly rushes it through for a minor score. The Dogs now lead by 21 points. 47-26. We played 12 minutes for NZ. Third term for Wiesners.
Bit nervous there was Joshy Payne, wasn't he? He had Noah right behind him.
He makes
Did
you
the
nervous.
right thing, he does. As Irvine's kick again finds a target, and it's that man Cam Wilson. How many 40 winks for Cameron?
21 for the day for Cam.
He's going pretty well, and he doesn't waste them too often as he finds Finlay with that one. He's going to go long, looking for Kennedy, and why not? Because that's a great contested mark right there. Elite body and paint mark of the day, and it's a beautiful kick too from Ben Kennedy. How good is that out in front of Jensen Hargraves? What a play there from the Pigeons. 4 disposals, and they're inside 50 end to end, and Hargraves will go back and have a shot on goal.
Some great downhill running there, if I must say, boys.
Not skiing?
No. So Hargraves worked hard down the fat side of the ground, knowing that the ball's going to be moved nice and quick, and found some space with the ball coming over his shoulder and having a shot from about 15-20 metres out. Good hay boy, this fella.
Is he?
Yes.
Good cricketer, I believe, Bobby.
Yes.
Where's he played his career?
He played in the Hay...
Yes, O'Farrell Cup.
Yeah,
Oh, did he?
He did,
Okay.
in the win over Cricket All Wodonga.
There you go. As Hargraves now on the move. Kicks it and likes it off the boot. Expected a bit more from our friends next door, but they've given us absolutely nothing when Yarrawonga kick a goal. But that's their fourth of the day, first of this third quarter. They're 4-8-32. The Dogs are 6-11-47 on the Inspirations Paint score.
Call now the spare in, but they're staying in the contest. They're making the most of every time they've got the football, and they're moving the ball very, very well, and they've got the opportunities as well. So the prime moves are still getting lots of footy. Nick Folligal's had 5 for the quarter, and Cam Wilson's very high quality again. He's had 3 or 4 for the quarter as well.
Thrown back up in the middle. Finlay almost wrestled Tommy Johnson to the ground. Umpire said play on. Harry Wheeler grubbers it forward off the ground. It sort of spills inside 50 for Yarrawonga. They grubber it forward again, gaining valuable yardage. Lawrence goes off the deck this time. Someone finally puts their hands on the footy. It's Bull Yelland fighting tooth and nail at ground level. Fraser dives on the footy. Yep, pinged holding the ball, young Zachy Fraser. That's why everyone was soccering it off the ground. And Charlie Morrison, the recipient of a free kick in D50 for the Dogs, going to flick it out wide to the far side. Tennis court side of the ground. Ruben Burke wrapped up in a tackle. And we'll have a ball up out on the far side. 47 plays 32. We've got the closest game in week 2 of round 14 here on O&M Live. Blake Penderescott with you and Scotty Montgomery from McRae Motors. Third term for Wiesners. We've gone 15. Stevens overran the footy. Ooh, flying kick from Lawrence. Missed the football. It spills out here to O'Sullivan. Runs through the puddle and somehow grubbers a kick. And it's over the line for a boundary throw-in. Some of your best pleas, Bobby J, for 40 minks?
Yeah, some positive signs for the coach, Jack O'Sullivan. He's had the 5 touches this quarter and taking his tally to 9 for the game. So he's slowly but surely getting himself back in again. Looks like he's playing a little bit behind the stoppage here. So I think he's getting back into his natural habitat around the footy.
I like it. Well done there by Fraser. Just gets the clearing kick. Greenhill's back there but can't take the mark. Coming out was Kenny to meet him. Well done by Wilson. Nearly gets caught holding the footy, but ends up getting the handball across to Morrison. His kicks out into space. Spitteri's going to be the first here, but he gets a poor bounce over the top. Payne's going to be first back onto it. Gets a handball, but he misses Irvine. It's a dangerous one now. Tackled straight away there I think it's Stevens, is it?
Yep.
Some real forward line pressure there by both Spitteri and Tommy Miller. Once that ball hit the ground, they were onto it and really closed it down for an inside 50 stoppage.
There's Burke and Finlay going to do battle. Burke just pushed him out of the way. Yellen kick over the shoulder. Gets to the top of the goal square. Brooks, what can he do? The Chad gets a handball to Wilson. Dodges, weaves as Matty Wilson. Sunjan goal today right there to Matthew Wilson. And that's a lovely finish there. He's worked his way up the ground to get inside 50. That's a 7 for the Dogs, 7-11-53. Yarrawonga 4-8-32 on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard, and we're on 17 minutes thanks to NZ Albury.
And again, that was Bull Yelland from the stoppage. Just a nice, controlled, smart kick inside the centre corridor where a contested ball was made in the out by young Brooks. And Matty Wilson following up his work from half-back, he got into some space, and that was a classy finish. He beat a couple of would-be defenders and put the ball through. So that was a much-needed goal because Wodonga seems to have a lot of the footy but not making the most of it.
Just stepped through traffic and picked his way through the defence beautifully, Matty Wilson, and all he had was the goals to hit, and he nailed it. A wonderful finish from a beautiful, a wonderful player. I was about to say a beautiful player.
That's okay.
I can do that if I
someone
like.
Take that, I reckon.
Yeah,
Matty'd take it.
I think he would.
Not a bad-looking rooster.
Did drive him to training last year. He's a ripping
What happened to those
lad.
series?
Oh, I'm not sure. Maybe we can blame the sponsor who never came back. Tommy Johnson caught holding the ball. It wasn't even really tackled. He was sort of pushed off the footy, but he didn't dispose of it. It's a free kick to Benny Cogill. Johnson and Harry Wheeler are pretty much wrestling in front of where Cogill was going to kick. Johnson and Harry Wheeler on the ground, kicking and fighting and doing all sorts. Benny Cogill has an option in front of him. Finds it. It's young Cooper Courtney. Got a 1970s style haircut, Cooper. I like it. Goes out wide. Good chiselling kick from Ryder Stevens. Asks a lot of Cam Wilson on the flank. Inboard kicks to Beauty. Finds Irvine, who spilt an easy mark. And then I reckon he caught one for his troubles on the ground. Turnover. Here come the Dogs through Jack O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan inside forward 50. burner target.
Off the deck.
Spiteri off the deck, left foot soccer, goal! Noah Spiteri, a Sunjay in goal today. That's his 4th. Showing his skills like the Boomers FC. He used to play for them back in the day. Socked off the ground for a beauty. And the Dogs.
His brother who was running inboard.
I thought that's where you're heading with that, but the kick was pretty smart. It looks like Whooper might be in a bit of trouble. He's in the hands of the trainers there, centre wing. After he spilt that marky, so he's coming from the ground there. But the kick from Jack O'Sullivan was
got a bit of blood coming from around the eye, the top of the nose. So
it was accidental from Tommy Miller, I reckon.
So he's wore one in the hooter, has he?
Yep. Yeah.
But it's a clever kick to space, and we often joke about Noah Spiteri getting on the goal side and being a downhill operator, and what a quality finish off the ground. Fantastic. Shut up, Monty.
Tommy O'Sullivan would have had a shot from about 45 if he had given the handball across. But anyway, here he is. He's got the footing out as Tommy gets the clearance towards Cassidy at half forward. Fumbled from Jet. Not good enough. And then another fumble there from Keane. Now Cassidy's gone back and got to the ground level. Cassidy starting to get dodging and weaving. And we're going to get another shot at it. But it should be a down the field because he didn't score, Ash. So I thought I want to go on to young Hymus in a forward pocket, but he's going to bring it back to Jet Cassidy, and he'll have a shot on a 45-degree angle from about 35 out, Bobby.
Yeah, got him a little high there. I'm not sure what the exact rule is there, Monty, but I thought it was after he kicked it, so therefore you're right where usually it's where the ball lands after the action, isn't it? So that
only gets brought back if it goes through the goal line.
Yeah, so I was with you on that in regards to young Jay Hymus having a shot from the forward pocket, but Jet's going to get his fair share of advice here right now. He's a bit of a toss of the wind, but I just listen to the boys next door if I was him.
I wouldn't be listening to him if I was him, Bobby. I reckon he'd want to try and block them out as best as he can, young Jet.
Embrace it, young fella.
Just take it with you. Jet sets Salva home, and that wind just pushed it through for another minor score. And as you can tell by effects, Mike, they're happy about it next door. That's his second one for the quarter. And that takes them to 8-12-60 Yarrawonga. 4-8-32 on the Inspirations Paid scoreboard. And we've gone 21 thanks to NZ Albury.
Around the ground, some Mr. Stoves. Myrtleford 65, Corowa 33. And in the other game, North Albury 91 to the Raiders 7 as Cokill
paid the mark.
Fumbles this over. Oh, okay. I thought he fumbled it over the line. He's been paid the mark, and Tommy Johnson can't believe it.
And he stole about 5 metres on the mark, and that's probably fair enough.
Benny Cogill goes short. Almost intercepted by O'Sullivan. Zach Fraser marks. He's going to play on and go long down the wing. Massive pack of players. Ben Kennedy comes from 3 deep. Probably should have been paid the mark, but the umpire said it was juggled.
I think the locals are getting restless, boys.
Yep.
I think
that's 12 Northerns and Dries deep. That'll do that to you, Bobby J. 60 plays 31. Wodonga up by 29 points for Inspirations Paint. We played 21 for NZ. Mimo swooping on this football. O'Sullivan hand pass it before he even got possession of the footy. Bradshaw off a step into the middle of the ground. Miller with a beautiful clean pickup. Goes out to the far side. They've switched and transferred the footy. Soroczynski inside 50. Burke on a searching lead. Wonderful play by the Bulldogs, and Ryan Burke will have a shot on goal from 48 on a 50-degree angle.
I actually panned my eyes to Ruben Burke then, and he took off and read the footy and the switch so much earlier than Blake Keanes did, and that's why he was able to get that 2 or 3 metres on him on that lead.
And there was a clean footy. There was a clever kick from Tom Miller across to Soroczynski. Sorry, I struggle with those.
Matty Soz, that's what...
Soz is easy.
Matty Soz.
And it was a fantastic inside 50, so they can do it. And Ruben Burke, as you said, worked really hard for the footy.
Ruben Burke.
Good job, Robbie.
48 metres out, directly in front is a nice kick off the boot. It's just fading to the left for a minor score.
Soz.
Wodonga 8-13-61 to Yarrawonga 4-7-31. Inspirations Paint scoreboard, 22 played for NZ. It is a tongue twister, Bobby J. It happens to the best of us.
I struggle with just the basic words, Panda, to be honest. But inside 50s, 8-5 this quarter, Wodonga's way, and they've had their fair share of shot on goals.
They
with
would
the 3
have
goals.
liked to have really kicked away a little bit here with this breeze, I would have thought, Bobby.
Yes, correct. The breeze is sort of just poking around a two-goal breeze, isn't it, really, most of the day?
There's now Fothergill with that man, Aboppa Irvine off. Goes short to Wheeler, back to Fothergill. He's going to kick it from about defensive 50. It's a poor kick. Jorgensen at ground level. Can't be clean. Fumbled it. And now we'll get a ball up just inside the centre square.
The prime moves had a big day. Hopefully fatigue doesn't kick in for those big three that we spoke about at the start of the day in regards to Fothergill, Wheeler and Wilson. They've had a really big day workload-wise.
They have not had much of a rest as Big Bull Gallen starting to assert his dominance through the middle with a handball and went to O'Sullivan. And now Greenhill's going inside 50, but it's going to go out of bounds on the full. And will be a free kick to Blake Keens. Will get it for the Pigeons. And they're right down in front of our commentary position here. It's a 30-point lead to the Bulldogs on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard, and we're gone 24 minutes thanks to NZ Auburn.
You'd almost want Tommy O'Sullivan kicking that ball inside 50 rather than Greenhill, wouldn't you?
Turned over by Blake Keens. It's been marked by Cade Mimo. The Dogs want 50.
He's been brought back.
The umpire said, no, come around your mark, Cade Mimo. So the Dogs bench below us definitely wanted 50.
Just watch for someone sneaking around the back of the mark here. I think Yarrawonga are onto this. They've just got to work out which one of 7 Wodonga blokes are going to receive the footy.
Tommy Johnson's going to roll into a hole.
So Cade Mimo from outside 50. From the intercept mark, the players disperse and try to get a handball receive, and he's going to top it up to the goal square. Ruben Burke got 2 hands to it. Not able to take it, and it's through for a 1 behind. 63. Plays 31, 8-15 Wodonga on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. Quick kick in.
As the ball now just tossed around. I thought that was a mark.
I thought that was a mark as well. It looked like a
mark.
I
was riding down the point.
Yeah, I thought you were going with it because you were still talking. And yeah.
I thought Jet Cassidy had the mark there.
Yeah, so did I, unless he's called that.
From where we'll stand, it might hit
not
the ground.
15 maybe?
There's a lot going on. Genuine wrestle here on the ground.
And it's going to be a free kick to Tom O'Sullivan against Harry Wheeler, and that's not good from your leaders.
I think it's a free kick to Tom Miller.
Tom Miller? No, Tommy O'Sullivan, I reckon.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they were going at it for a long time on the ground, those two. Harry Wheeler and him, and I think Harry might have just done something a bit silly again. So free kick.
He's just getting sucked into a few things, Harry Wheeler.
It's frustrating when you're one of those guys who has to do a lot of the workload, and then they'd be into him too, Wodonga, knowing what he can get like, and just responding in a very poor position on the ground there. So, 25 out, slide angle, poor. Tommy O'Sullivan, usually a beautiful finisher. He's on the runway now, set sail from 30, and loved it off the boot. Absolutely loved it. Through for another one. There, 9-14.
9-15.
Yeah, that 15 come up then. So I've got him as 9-14, 68 to 4-7-30.
Into the midfield. He's had a really good season, and he's up to 22 touches.
There's a lot going on off the ball too, boys.
There's a bit going on down the back there, and they just got to see it through to 3/4 time, reset and go again. There's too much at stake here for silly mistakes, so they just got to keep working hard.
So 68 plays 31. We'll call it here. 32, I think, actually. Scoreboard all over the shop here. As Fraser tumbles it inside 50. Wilson the first there for Yarrawonga. Allows it to bounce in front of him. Left foot kick into the pocket. Asks a lot of Ben Kennedy, who has to bend down a long way. Tries to break through one. Goes by hand. They flick it over the top here. Flying shot on goal. Fothergill. Snap from 30. It's a high up and under. And it's through for a minor score. So Yarrawonga moved to 33, I think. I think they're one behind down there. It should be 33 to 68. I think it's a 35-point margin. Scott Montgomery for Inspirations Paint. We'll get it fixed up at 3/4 time, but the Dogs are well in front. That's all we care about.
As now the Dogs move it to centre wing pretty easily to Tom O'Sullivan. Gives it to Bro Jack. Jack's a nice kick. Finds Mimo. Mimo's going inside 50, looking for Noah. Can't quite take it on the lead. Forge is there. Gives it handball back to our man, Willie. Latua. He's going to get a free kick here. Holding the man in defensive 50. He's been all right back there, Willie. And his kick goes sideways. He's going to find a teammate. But the siren blows. And that's it for that 3/4, brought to us by Weasners. We're not sure what the score is, but I think it's 9-14, 68. I'm pretty sure that's what I've got on my book. And I've got it as 4 goals. 9? Is that what you've got?
33.
Yeah, that's what I have too. So 5-goal lead at 3/4 time here. As Jack Allen's really getting into a few boys at 3/4 time. And the umpire's just trying to get him away now.
A lot of words being said between the two camps. Reed Clark and Cam Wilson going at a few of the Wodonga boys who are going back at them, and combative nature between 44 blokes out there. That's what we like to see. means a lot in the Ovens of Murray. 68 plays 33, we think, is the score here for Inspirations Paint. Three-quarter time, stay with us on O&M Live, because on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Not that I'm easy.
Kia. Movement that inspires.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Shawty get inspired. How about that? How about that? This time.
Welcome to Sundancer Homes. We make building your dream home exciting and stress-free. Backed by over 30 years of experience, one of many reasons why we provide a lifetime structural guarantee. Visit our information centre at Dean Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid. Carlton Drive 3.5. Embrace the mid.
Every day we look after our family first. We go on adventures, we entertain with them, we care for them. Tobin Brothers Funerals will look after your family too. With a fixed price funeral plan, you can be assured your family won't be burdened by the cost of your funeral. Tobin Brothers are a trusted name since 1934 and take pride in creating funeral solutions. Tobin Brothers Funerals, Wodonga and Corowa, celebrating lives.
With Optus Home Internet, you get more yes. Which means less family screen time and more harmony with powerful Wi-Fi. Get the Ultra Wi-Fi modem at no extra cost.
O&M Live on 2AY.
The quickest three-quarter time in history. The umpires are about to bounce the ball, and I reckon we've only had a 4.5-minute break. Extraordinary. 68 plays 32. We're about to get underway in the fourth quarter. Bobby Jackson, if you can just give us some of our C&L shower screens and wardrobes quarters best in the third term, if you can.
Quarters best, Nick Fothergill had the 8 touches for Yarrawonga, and also on the Wodonga Bulldogs side, Tom O'Sullivan had a 5 and Jack O'Sullivan had 6.
As I said, the quickest three-quarter time in history as Jorgensen goes out of the middle looking for Spiteri. He got pushed in the back. Heard Monty just say it in the microphone softly. Yarrawonga sent it out of defence, but it kind of come straight back as Wilson intercepts in the middle of the ground, kicks into the pocket. Burke floats across the pack beautifully, takes a wonderful mark, and he can line up for his first goal today from 45 metres out.
He just teases us every now and then with some real brilliance, this boy. He's got a long stretch on him, and he can take a mark at the highest point. He played back there a couple of weeks ago and played really well for Wodonga, and he's provided a target up forward today. He's having a shot on goal
he's
here,
a
which
natural backman, I feel.
He asks Tomo, he'll say that, yes.
That's where he played all these bushies. Ruben Burke sends it goal bound. Doesn't even trouble the scorers. I reckon it in the back and a free kick to Yarrawonga. So the score at three-quarter time is 9-14-68 to 4-8-32. They got it right after all, Monty.
Took him a while, but that scoreboard is correct now. Ball towards Kennedy. Through his hands. Well done there by Finlay. His kick's going to be chopped off by Carruthers at centre wing, but handball to Jack O'Sullivan to Miller. Back to O'Sullivan. Jake Bradshaw now. They're just giving up a bit of territory, but they got the spare man back there, and it's Morrison. Morrison kick, nice and wide. It's a beauty. Finds that man, Burke, we were just talking about. True centre wing, far side of the ground for Ruben. He's got the short to the captain, and he goes to him. Morrison now has it about 5 off the boundary on the far side. Still defensive side of centre. They're going to go back again and find Carruthers. Just a bit of controlled footy here. I don't mind it kicking into the breeze. Wait for it to open up. Johnson now has it at true centre half back. He's going to go straight away and have Venturoni. He's got room in front of him. He can really get moving now. Kick down the line looking for Yellen. Great spoil there from Ryan Bruce. Kennedy gets it, kicks it around the corner. Carruthers has no one around him. Drops what he should have taken. Well done there from Finlay. Went back and gave him pressure. Dove on it now. Dragged him. Elmer says no. Well done there, Maxi. We'll ball that one up on half-forward flank here, right in front of our commentary position.
Did everything right there, controlled the football across the back, found some space, found the overlap, and that most important kick going inside 50 just didn't hit the target.
Beautiful tap from Tommy Johnson. Good shepherd from Miller. O'Sullivan left foot down the line, finds the Bull Yelland, who can give it back to Tommy O'Sullivan if he likes, decides not to. You can hear he's getting some instructions to hurry up from the umpire. Goes short to Tommy Johnson. He's got a short 15-metre 45. Finds it Wilson. Left point of the defensive square. Going to go short laterally to Jake Bradshaw. Called to play on straight away. Pops it over the top. They've taken about 20 uncontested marks here, Wodonga. Gone about 80 metres just across the ground. Venturoni, short. Finds Tommy Miller. Good possession footy here, Monty. He goes short to Jorgensen.
That's a beautiful kick too, just in a space to find Adam. Jorgensen now goes inside 50, and that's a beautiful kick too. Finds the Chad. Brooks takes a mark, and he looks pretty confident. He's put the ball down, turned his back on his teammates and gone, I'm going to put this one through, even though I'm kicking to a 3-goal breeze, Bobby.
See, the first 3-4 minutes here, Wodonga's controlled the footy 99% of the time, and this is the sort of thing that's frustrated Jack O'Sullivan all season in regards to their foot skills and controlling the football. This has been the best passage of play by a long shot this first 4 or 5 minutes of this last quarter.
Especially kicking into the breeze. You take 4 or 5 minutes out of it a couple of times. Yep. The game's all but over as Brooks now set sail from 45. It's going to fall short right to the goal line. And again, just punched through. I reckon that's the 4th time today kicking to that end. It's been punched through on the line. Well done, Kogel. He got back through for a minor score. It takes them to 4-9-33. The Pigeons 9-15-69 are the Dogs.
And a big torpedo punt from Whooper Irvine. Out of defence. Good mark, Gabe Carruthers. At half forward. Intercepts, goes short. Gets a bit of pepper off some puddle. O'Sullivan brought down in a heavy tackle. Wilson goes by hand. Johnson cleverly tried to tap it. Fothergill, though, read it beautifully. Up and under kick. Wilson. The meet between two sandwiches there. Got slung in a tackle was Fraser. Finlay pops it over the top to Cam Wilson, who kept on running. He's tried his ass off all day, Cam Wilson. Had no one home.
He's cooked.
He is cooked. His pants are almost fallen down. It was intercepted by Charlie Morrison. Deep in defence for the Dogs. They lead 69-32. A 37-point margin to Wodonga, who are going to win their 7th game for the year. Scotty Montgomery.
They are, and they needed it. It's 5 minutes gone thanks to NZ Aubrey as Miller has it at half-back.
Around the ground, Yak and Dan to 61 over Barnawatha 27 for Mr. Stoves in the TDFL.
Be a quiet office on Monday morning. No Cora, no Barney. As Yellen has it at half-forward. Oh, well done. Bopper Irvine.
Bopper.
Big bopper. Good smother on the mark, and it's over the boundary line. About 70 away from the Pigeons' goal.
There
Sorry,
was a
the Dogs'
musician
goal.
called the Big Bopper, wasn't
Yes.
it?
Was there?
Yeah.
Maybe that's where he
Back
got
in the
confused.
60s or something?
He died in a plane crash.
He did with Buddy Holly and Richie Valens.
That's it.
There
Bopper.
you go. You blokes are showing your age right there. Well,
We
no
are
idea
on-
who
we
you're
are
talking
on
about.
2AY, Monty.
Yeah. As the ball, Miller just threw it in the air and said, I'm going to try and kick this. Didn't get a boot to it, so it's going to be a free kick. And it's gone the way of Hargraves.
Hargraves kicks the centre half forward. Bradshaw and Wilson there. Kennedy out the back. Just lost his footing. Tapped it to himself. Runs into the pocket. He's got Bronson Schofield right on his hammer if he wants. Schofield, hand passes to space. Back to Wilson, who got crunched high. Umpire said play on.
Thank you.
Good umpiring. So the umpire in question didn't pay a high free kick. And the umpire, 80 metres off the ball, said you got crunched, Cam. It's a high free kick. And Cam Wilson can go back for possession number...
number 25.
And kick a goal as well, Bobby
He
J.
just got folded in half there, Cam Wilson, didn't he, really? And I don't know if there's only one person that didn't see it, but the most important thing is he did get the free kick, and he's had a day out. He's worked his absolute bum off today. He's had a fantastic day for his footy club.
Decision got correct in the end. Cam Wilson in the pocket. Kicks it. Fires up the boys. Said, come on, we're still alive here. 31 points the margin. It'll take a miracle, Cam. I love your optimism. Border Carpets, Wodonga scoreboard. He's had a good day, hasn't he, Bobby J?
He's really worked hard right from the first bounce, and he's had consistent footy all the way through. You know, he had 13 touches in that first quarter, and really set himself up for a big day. And he's really been the lone wolf in that midfield. He's had some support by Fothergill and Harry Wheeler. He's been very gallant in what will probably turn out to be a defeat.
Just the way Cam Wilson goes about it, isn't he? He's hard at it, but he gets on the outside too, and he's a classy user. Whereas with Fothergill, he's probably more the outside. Harry's the inside, but he's the combination of the two of them, I would have thought. As the ball's back in the middle, 31-point lead, thanks to Border Carpets Wodonga. Ball tossed up. Cogill does well. Oh, a little trip on Harry Wheeler, but umpire says no. We'll ball this one up. Umpire Broughton. They just help each other up. That's unusual from Harry and Tommy. Normally very fierce competitors. Johnson wins that tap straight down Harry Wheeler's throat, and that man Cam Wilson gets another 40 wings possession. But it's chopped off at centre-half back by Matty Wilson. What are his numbers today, please, Bob?
18 for
Not bad.
40 wings.
Not bad off half-back for Matty Wilson. Just runs around in a circle and then gives a handball backwards to Venturoni. His kick's not a good one. Cogill tackled straight away, but got a handball to Ryan Bruce. Smothered off his boot, goes to centre forward. Stevens overruns it. Kennedy puts the pressure on. Harry Wheeler just goes, get this one inside 50 along the ground. Morrison now has it for the Dogs. His handball's chopped off. Goes back to him straight away. Another handball. Finds its way to Miller. Miller to the coach in O'Sullivan, and he gets a high up and under. It's going to go to the middle of the ground.
It is. Whooper Irvine, Bopper, 2 hands to it. Jorgensen, clever. Gets around one. Hand pass just in a nick of time. Sliding in there was Cooper Courtney. Jack O'Sullivan was up to the task. And we'll have a ball up just to the left of the centre circle.
Getting very dark here at JC Low Oval.
It is. Lights been on for a good half an hour, Bobby J, for the Newmarket.
Still getting dark.
Yep, 69 to 38.
Starting to rain again.
For Border Carpets Wodonga. Ends at Albury. Time clock in this fourth quarter for Mac Jack has gone 8 minutes. Toss back up. Straight through the midst there of Miller. Jack O'Sullivan met in a big front-on tackle from Cam Wilson. It was fair. And we'll have the ball up. A true centre-half forward favouring Yarrawonga.
That's all you need on a day like today, isn't it? Just the last 10 minutes of the game, the gods to open up and absolutely hammer it out just to really make it a great day's footy.
As long as our notes don't keep getting wet. No one got that one, but Wilson goes and grabs it again for the Pigeons. Dispossessed. Ball fumbles around. Great pick up there by Will Bradshaw, but gets dispossessed as well. Johnson finally gets a boot on it. It's a high up and under, but no one's really there. Clark does well, brings it in front of himself, then goes and gets it. Handballs to Hargraves. Then he has Stevens on the run. His kick's not a good one, but finds Fothergill in the end. Fothergill from 48. Sets Salva home. Does Nick. Minus score. Nice build-up from the Pigeons. Just couldn't finish it off. Takes them to 5-9-39. 9-15. 69 5-goal lead to the Dogs on the Border Carpets Wodonga scoreboard. And we've got 9.5 minutes thanks to NZ Albury.
Fourth quarter for Mac Jack Sheds. Hello to Phil Packer and the crew for Mac Jack.
He'll be shattered man again.
Why will he be?
Well, Carlton lost.
Yeah, but he's a Dogs man, so he'd be happy. And Jack Yelland, been good today. Day like today suits the ball. Goes out wide to Matt Wilson. He takes a bounce, casually runs, kicks long down the line. Blake Keane's got 2 minutes to it. Whistle.
Yep.
Free kick for a hold.
Come from the outer zone umpire again.
Did. Yarrawonga's free kick, and they stuff it up out on the far side. Keanes slams it on the boot to half forward. Wilson come from 2 deep and spilt the mark. Fothergill got a high free kick on the top of the noggin. He's just inside attacking 50. It would take an almighty effort from the smooth operator Fothergill. So he's going to take advantage of the stand rule. He's going to kick it to the top of the goal square. It was a really poor option. I hate that.
2 in a row from Nick.
Hate it. Find a target. It's through for minor score. 69 plays 40, 29 points to margin. Wodonga healthy lead on the Border Carpet scoreboard. We played 10 minutes for NZ. Kick 3 behinds, Nick.
Just not quite there today with his finishing skills inside 50. As Wilson plays on, goes low and hard, looking for Cassidy, drops the chest mark. Well done from Felder, really clean at ground level, but tackled straight away. We're going to get a ball up right in front of the broadcast position here at JC Low.
Good tackle there by Tom O'Sullivan. He could have quite easily fallen into the back and given away a free kick, but he actually rolled on the way down and stopped that free kick from going.
Ball tossed up now. Finlay's battled hard in the ruck when he's gone in there. Wilson now gets another 40 winks, goes inside 50 on that left boot. Great kick, great work from Kennedy. Takes the chest mark, and he'll go back and have a shot. And just liven this game up again, I reckon, Bobby.
Yeah, exactly right, Monty. And we questioned Cam Wilson a little while ago, and he looked out on his feet, but he just keeps on going and going. And then, those 3 boys in the middle of the ground for Yarrawonga have just been trying hard all day. And this guy just keeps presenting himself and been in the right spot at the right time. Been a good contest.
Absolutely, it has. As Kennedy now from 40 kicks it, loves off the boot too. This keeps the Pigeons alive. Brings it back to a 23-point game here. And I'll tell you what, a bit of belief coming, and the way Cam Wilson's playing, he can pull them along with him. I reckon it's 6-10, 46 to 9-15, 69 on the Border Carpets Wodonga scoreboard. Gone 12 minutes thanks to NZ Albury.
So that's a 4-goal game, essentially, Monty, isn't it, really? So they need 4 goals in about 13 minutes of play. So they need to get their skates on. And a little bit of a breeze, and the rain's starting to come in now. So, yeah, it's surely going to be an interesting finish here with both sides wanting a win, needing a win, and it's going to be a good finish.
They'll give it everything, the Pigeons. Who knows? We saw a miracle only a matter of weeks ago.
Jack Eales has come back on the ground. I haven't seen him for 2 quarters, boys.
We also saw Will Blomley sit on the pine for half an hour last week, uninjured. Wilson goes by hand to Hunter Fronfelder, swings it on the boot, tumbles it out on the far side. Wilson first there, calmly. Goes out to Soroczynski, where Brad Thompson, the twos, broke through that picket fence earlier. His kick was smothered. Allows the Yarrawonga defence to swoop on the footy. We'll have a ball up right in front of the scoreboard, which reads 9-15-69 to 6-10-46.
The 2 Wilsons have brought their own football in this last quarter. Matty Wilson's had the 8 and Cam Wilson's had the 5 for their sides.
Of course, Wodonga with a 23-point advantage. Still in cruise control here. They work the ball to half forward. Spitzy playing in front. He's had the better of Josh Payne today. 2 kicks from home. It's got Ruben Burke sitting in the goal square. Poor kick. Intercepted by Hunter Fronfelder. 40 out from his own defensive goal. Still a 23-point margin as Fronfelder chips it over the top to Keanes. It's got to be 50, doesn't it? Anyway, play on, Monty, for Macrae Motors.
As Eales now just rolls around, goes long to Kogar, straight through his hand, and then can't get it at ground level. Wilson put him down for another 40s winks. It's touched his boot. That boy said play on. Kennedy gets a good fist from Morrison. Who's going to be clean? Wheeler is at ground level. Out towards Courtney. Can't pick it up. Well done, Miller. Millers gets it out now, and Morrison. The Dogs are away through Soroczynski. Goes short and low and finds a teammate, and it's Jet Cassidy in front of the scoreboard. He's going to roll straight away, his young Jet, and go inside 50 again in a one-on-one. Oh, Burke did all the hard work. Couldn't take the mark. Clearing kick, but it's only going to go as far as Mimo at half-back. Handball back to Soroczynski. Goes inside 50 again. Who's there? Oh, good grab. Spitter. Bobby's man today because Dan's away on holidays. Bobby can have him for the day, but Dan will take him back. And Spitter's going to go back and have a shot for his 5th.
See, there's another trick to his little bag that he's got. He was man-on-man there and used his body weight and his strength, I suppose, to a certain degree to protect the drop of the footy and take a nice chest mark. So he's had a good day. He's had 7 shots on goal, going for his 8th shot on goal. So he's had another productive day, Spitzy.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one from there. The Breeze should hold it out in front of the mouth of goal. Kicks it. It's on the way. He loved it as soon as it hit the boot, did Spitzy. And he celebrates. And I reckon he's got one hand on to talk to Bobby J after the siren for the Anytime Fitness Player of the Day with number 5 in the book to Noah Spiteri. I'll tell you who's going to be real happy, Bobby. Dan Vaccaro listening to us down there on the Bucks party, I reckon. Well, he'll be very excited, except that you get to talk to him, not him. But it's 10-15-75, 6-10-46. Get back to 29 points. It's going to be really hard now for the Pigeons.
You've preempted a decision that I've got to make later in the day, Monty, which I'm happy to take.
Just suggesting?
Yes, it's a strong suggestion by you, Scott.
One hand, I said, not two. Just
but
one.
five goals in a day like today is a fantastic output, and he's putting his hands up again.
5 of 16 goals for the day as Cam Wilson streams out of the middle once again. Kicks to about 20 from goal. Kennedy in a wrestle, takes a mark, plays on and kicks it. I'll raise you, Noah Spiteri, Benny Kennedy. They kicked the 3 goals. 3 all in the second, third and fourth quarters. He's playing very good today, and the margin's back to 23 points. That was a goal within 20 seconds of the centre bounce.
I reckon we see him come of age in a game at Wangaratta one day.
It was last year.
Yeah, I reckon you were with us that day, and we thought, who the hell is this? He had long arms and levers, and I reckon he's put on a little bit of weight since that, and he looks like he's getting closer and closer to the finished product, and really meeting the potential that we see in him.
You see why he's playing that overage Bushies as well. It's probably someone that slipped under the radar of all of us because he wasn't a Bushies kid. He was down in the APS system at private school in Melbourne, played his Coates League down there, so now he's back home. His ball in the middle. Ryan Bruce gets the handball. Tackled without it there, Fraser, but the umpire says play on. And he's going to get it eventually. Very slow, but he's made the right decision. Again, the out of area umpire. Fraser's kick inside 50, looking for Finlay. It's over the top of him. Morrison, well done for the Dogs. Kicks off the instep, and it's going to go the way of Whooper Irvine. Irvine gets a long, high one inside 50. Wilson drops what he should have taken. Kennedy's there for the Pigeons. Eels can't pick it up. Venturoni has it, rolls around, and the umpire says, I'll ball this one up. The Pigeons are up and about here, Bobby.
Yeah, they're showing some real energy, aren't they? And Kennedy's he's the one that's sparking them down forward, and knowing that you've got a target inside 50, you want to get in there as much as you can. This guy just keeps going.
Cam Wilson wrapped up in a tackle.
He's been enormous today.
Yep.
If they get over the line, he's the man.
He certainly is. Battered and bruised. He'll be very sore tomorrow, Cam, and he'll do it all again next week. Eels. Burke reefs it out of defence. Cassidy worked his way to the front, left it behind. Cogill back inside 50. Finlay, Eels. Tried to con the umpire into a mark. He juggled it though, and the Dogs retreat out of defence through Bradshaw. Has come back though because Reed Clark is marked on centre wing. 75 plays 52. 18 minutes played for NZ. The margin is 23 points to the way of Wodonga.
Clark sees something he likes at the top of the 50, and it's Fothergill. Punch comes to ground, and Fonfelder's there for the Pigeons. Just taps it back towards our man, Cam Wilson. Handballs it along the ground to Fothergill. Gets beset upon straight away by Jorgensen. Finds a kick to Schofield. Good handball. Back to Wilson. Then to Fothergill. He's tackled straight away by Jack O'Sullivan. Great tackle there. They were looking dangerous, and Ben Kennedy had 5 metres on Morrison heading our way, boys. So it was lucky that O'Sullivan stuck that tackle.
I reckon they've thrown a defender behind the ball here with Wodonga late in the game.
Yeah, Burke's gone back and he's manning up Kennedy. And it looks like Morrison's the loose.
That's right, yep.
Smart by the bench of Wodonga.
Cam Wilson's had 31 for 40 wins today.
He's my BOG, that's for sure. As Cooper Courtney goes to ground, taps it. Fraser, can he be clean? No. Just taps it out in front of Reed Clark. Clark's handball finds Fothergill to Wilson. Wilson tackled straight away. Stevens for the Dogs tries to get a clearing kick. Now it comes out through Yelland. Oh, well done, Johnson. Settled him down, found Jake Bradshaw, who then found Morrison, and that's a relieving kick to find Sorochinsky, who dropped the mark at half back, and it's out of bounds on the full note. We're going to have a throw in here.
Matty Wilson for 40 winks has had 10 touches in this last quarter. He's really been important across that half-back line in this last quarter for the Wodonga Bulldogs.
Boundary throw in on the far side. Cogill tapped it out the back of the stoppage to space. Works out all right for the Dogs. Greenhill sends it back out wide. Smart kick to Sorochinsky. Plays on down the line to O'Sullivan. Hurried kick finds Jake Bradshaw. In fact, it was Will. Here's Jack O'Sullivan on the end of a hand pass received. Kick inside forward 50. Where's Spitzy? Let this one go. Diving in there and trying to take that mark was Greenhill. Picked up by Chad Brooks on debut. The Chad. It's a high up and under floating goal.
Kicked it.
He's kicked it, has he? Oh, the Chad. Get around the young man. Made the goal umpire work. Made me work as well. I had no idea it had floated through. Doesn't matter how you kick your first, Bobby, as long as you do.
Certainly did. The angle that we're on here in the commentary box suggested that that was floating on the right side of the stick, but we're about 150, 200 metres away from the play, so we'll trust the goalkeeper, the goal umpire on this occasion.
Good finish from the kid,
good finish. And Jack O'Sullivan pumping the ball inside 50 to a advantage, I suppose, of a Wodonga Footy Club contest, and the ball come to ground, and Chad Brooks, it was a quality finish, right spot, great snap. Good finish for the young fella.
29-point lead on the Border Carpets Wodonga scoreboard. 21 minutes gone. Thanks to NZ Albury. Ball back in the middle. Johnson gets that one. That man just keeps going. Cam Wilson gets another one on the 40 winks. Kicks chopped off but by Wilson, who's brought his own footy. The two Wilson boys nearly playing kick to kick. Goes looking for Mimo. Oh, going to be another 40 winks right here to Cameron in the middle of the ground. Last three possessions, all Wilsons. Cameron's kick's not a good one. Goes to Miller, who chops this one off for the Dogs at half-back. Goes play on now. Goes towards centre wing. He has Burke on a lead. Gets through his hands. Keynes, handballs backwards to that man, Cam Wilson again. From Felder. Just rolls straight away. They just got to keep it moving, but that's not the right option. Whooper Irvine's looked forward. And now Kennedy. Kennedy just needs to be clean. Taken out of it. And the umpire says, nope, out of bounds. Well done, Carruthers. Good body work. We'll throw in just inside 50 here.
Both the Wilsons have had 11 touches each in this last quarter, boys, so they've really sort of finished the game nice and strong, both Matty and Cam.
I have indeed. 81 plays 52. Wodonga lead. Fourth term for Mac Jack Sheds. That's on the Border Carpets Wodonga scoreboard. O'Sullivan on to Wilson, to Bradshaw. Ran into a lot of trouble. Wheeler off a step, firing shot. It's across the face. Morrison running back, trying to take a mark. Does well. Regains the Sharon. Sends it out wide. Soroczynski faked to market, did well. Jack James up to the task out on the far side. Will Bradshaw grabs the footy. Kick intercepted on the far side. Juggling the mark there was Lawrence. Hargraves working hard here. Chad Brooks picked up his kick coming straight back. It's been intercepted by the Pigeons on centre wing. It's in the hands here of
Ryder
Stevens, the long sleeves, wearing the number 10. Son of Michael, Scotty Montgomery.
Kick inside 50. It's not a bad one. It's a beautiful one, actually. Finds its way into the hands of Ben Kennedy, and he's going back for number 4 here, boys. And number 3 in this quarter. There's a bit of to and fro between Fothergill and Morrison on the mark. But Kennedy will go back. And he'll kick from about 50 with a good breeze behind him now. Bobby, sounds like it's picked up a little bit.
Yeah, that wing's right over his back shoulder. He should get the journey quite easily here, young Benny, and he'll finish off a good day with 4 goals.
Been a real highlight, I think, today for the Pigeons as Kennedy set sail from 52. It's low. It's going to get there. Kennedy. Sunjan goal today. He thinks they're still in it, and they are. Very good finish there from Kennedy. Kick his 4th, third of the quarter. And right now we've gone 23 minutes thanks to NZ, and it's 8-10-58 the Pigeons. 23 points in the rears, 11-15-81 on the Border Carpets Wodonga scoreboard.
A real flurry of goals in this last quarter. We've had 6 for the last quarter with 4 to Yarrawonga and 2 to Wodonga. It's been not a bad game of footy, boys, considering the conditions that they've been dished up. Both sides have had a real crack. There's been some quality passage to play in amongst some other stuff, but it's been not a bad game of footy.
Around the grounds in the TDFL, Kiwa Sandy Creek 43 over Rutherglen 42. That would be a monumental upset if Kiwa got done in that game.
They don't play well in the wet, Kiwa.
We'll keep you up to date with that one. Around the ground, some Mr. Stowe's Pool World. Kennedy's kicked the last 3 goals for the Pigeons. Reed Clark brought down a big tackle. And it will be a free kick to Wodonga. At half forward for Jet Cassidy. Goes into the pocket. Here's Chad Brooks. Sorry, it's Mimo. Into the pocket. Good mark by Yarrawonga in defence. It's Benny Cokill who switches the footy. Still in the back pocket there is young Zachy Fraser. Goes short to Fothergill. How many has he had, Bobby J?
He's had 23 for 40 winks.
Inboard, still in his own D50 is Reed Clark. 81 plays 58 for Border Carpets. We've played 24 in this last quarter for NZ Albury. Reed Clark, interesting kick to space to no one in particular, and Cassidy swoops for the Dogs. O'Sullivan ran into some traffic. Cassidy goes back in and tries to win his footy. Mimo onto O'Sullivan. Quick hands to Crothers. Brought down in a tackle. Had to get rid of it in a nick of time. And we have a stoppage on true centre wing, where the Dogs 11 goals, 15-81 over Yarrawonga, 8-10-58. They'll probably go into sixth position. Montion's percentage, the same wins as Albury.
Yep, they've been okay, the Dogs, today. They've been really good. They've shown us some good passages. As there goes the siren. 23-point win to the Dogs. As Panda just mentioned, they go into sixth spot with better percentage than the Albury Tigers, but that's a really big win. 11-15-81 to 8-10-58. And it ended up being not too bad of a game, Panda, considering the conditions.
I would have taken 19 goals at the start of the day for the day if you said that to me, Monty. I certainly would have. So Wodonga come here and did what they needed to with a 23-point win, and they keep their season alive, albeit it's very slim. In fact, with today's results going the way they have, I think the top 5 is well and truly sewn up.
Totally
with
agree.
North Albury winning very comfortably over the Raiders, and likewise Myrtleford with a big win over Cora. That was probably the one we thought if anyone was going to drop a game today, Monty, it would be that one. So top 5's all but done and dusted. It's just about where teams finish now. But Wodonga, they'd be pretty happy with today's performance, coming here to the JC Low Oval and getting the job done. I reckon if you offered a 23-point win to Twitty at the start of the day, you would have said thank you very much.
Absolutely, we'll take that one because it's just about winning, isn't it? As we spoke about in the pre-game, if you can string a couple together towards the back end of their year, whether they play finals or not, it just gives them good momentum going into the back half, to the pre-season and the start of next year. So, yeah, really good win, really professional win in the end. Yarrawonga come at times. You know, Cam Wilson was huge for them, but just some guys like Matt Wilson really stood up down back. I thought Charlie Morrison was all right. He probably got beaten on the day because he played on Kennedy most of the day, but was a really good effort. So there was lots of contributors from Wodonga, whereas Yarrawonga probably relied on too few, I thought, today.
Bobby Joe, we got you down there on the boundary.
Certainly have, mate. I'm just tracking
Look at him,
down,
look at him. Oh, he's got his man.
Yeah,
he's got his man.
Tracking down my man.
Spitzy
Your
with 5.
Hang on, look out.
Well done, Spitzy. Good boy.
Yeah. Tell him say what you said
Say
to him
what you
earlier.
said.
Come on, tell him what you said about him.
We'll get to it, boys. We'll get to it. Fantastic win. Much needed win to keep your season alive, I suppose, to a certain degree.
Yeah, it's an unreal win. We haven't won here since 2009, so to tick that one off, we put it on the board on Thursday and Tuesday, so to tick it off is nice, yeah.
Another 7 shots at goal, mate, for 5 majors today. You'd be happy with the ball that's hitting the scoreboard and putting some real pressure on the opposition through your own individual efforts.
Yeah, normally if I have 7, I've only kicked 1, so it was nice to kick a bit straighter this week. But yeah, it's credit to the boys, fucking getting the ball in quicker and making it a real good effort. So. Suits me well.
Now, you're going to go back and watch the vision after this, and there's going to be some real honest feedback in regards to my commentary on the way you played today, but it's all from love and all from a place of love. You know you're one of my favourites, and I've called you a couple of things during the day, but it's coming from a place of love. You love getting goal side of your opponent and kick some, you put some real pressure on your opponent.
Yeah, he told me I was getting cheap ones all day, so he let me know about it. But, it's credit to the boys. They create a heap of space for me to get in behind. So if it's there, I get in, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Today it works, which is great.
Well done, mate. Congratulations.
Thank you. Cheers.
I might take the microphone off and say what he actually called you, Spitzy, as you walk off here at the JC Low Oval. You call him a downhill skier, but it come from a place of a good heart from Bobby Jackson. And Spitzy gets the photo taken.
He's really backpedaling on the downhill skier, isn't he?
You blokes are unreal.
We're going to let you know about it, Bobby J. Don't you worry. I tell you what,
in your day, Bobby, they used to call them cheats and stuff. I'm surprised you didn't go with that one.
I was at the top of the list, mate. I was one of them. 100%.
That's
I used to shake hands with my opponent at the start of the game, so I'll see you at the bar later on.
It's not bad from a half-back flanker.
That's a good stat from Spitzy. First time they've won here in 16 years.
That's huge, isn't it?
At the JCL
Well,
Oval.
you think about it. Since 2009, Yarrawonga have been pretty much a powerhouse of the competition.
Outside of maybe 2 or 3 years, really.
Since then, I reckon they've probably been there. They've played in a lot
17
of
and 18, they sort of dipped down a little bit. But
they're probably still ahead of Wodonga where they were on the table at the time. So, yeah, it's huge. And Jared Twitt's still holding him out there, just having a really good chat about what's going on and probably saying he's probably proud on the effort, but this probably shows that, they probably should be high on the ladder.
They've done this a few times this year. They've done their pre-match or post-match address out on the ground. They've done that a couple of times to get away from it inside the change rooms. I suppose they can be a bit more honest in front of their peers instead of in front of their supporters.
Is that what you're going to do later? Just pull Spitzy back out and be really honest with what you think about him?
That's an off-air conversation.
Bobby Jackson down on the boundary for the Newmarket Hotel, and Noah Spateria, Anytime Fitness Player of the Day. And if you just jumped in your car, 81-58 Wodonga winners over Yarrawonga. Noah Spiteri with 5 majors.
8 shots on goal.
Yeah, around the ground, some Mr. Stowe's Poor World. Myrtleford with a very comfortable 62-point win over Corowa. Didn't think that would probably happen at the start of the day. And North Albury winning by 98 points over the Raiders. We're just following Bobby J into the rooms as we speak. And I'll sing the song very loud. Will the Wodonga Bulldogs? Of course, did have a debutant today in Chad Brooks. He'll be getting the Gatorade shower in the middle.
Nice goal he kicked to in the last quarter.
It was.
From Wodonga, maroon and white, are we? We always fight. And offside, are we? We stick together when we're losing. We never ever give in. We're the Bulldogs from Wodonga, and the premiership will win this year.
Wodonga Bulldogs, 11-15-81. Salute over Yarrawonga, 8-10-58. Our post-game show for the Clubhouse Bar and Bistro coming to you live for an exclusive here on 1494 2AY. Round 14 is done and dusted. The split round done. The top 5 set up. We're going to have a big final series in a month or so's time, but there's still plenty of footy to play between now and then. We'll catch up with both coaches, Jared Twitt and Lee Williams, on the other side of this. This is O&M Live. Wodonga, 23-point winners over the Pigeons. And on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
Kia, movement that inspires.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Shawty get inspired, how about that? How about that? This time.
Welcome to Sundancer Homes. We make building your dream home exciting and stress-free. Backed by over 30 years of experience, one of many reasons why we provide a lifetime structural guarantee. Visit our information centre at Dean Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid. Carlton Dry 3.5. Embrace the mid.
Every day we look after our family first. We go on adventures, we entertain with them, we care for them. Tobin Brothers Funerals will look after your family too. With a fixed price funeral plan, you can be assured your family won't be burdened by the cost of your funeral. Tobin Brothers are a trusted name since 1934 and take pride in creating funeral solutions. Tobin Brothers Funerals, Wodonga and Corowa, celebrating lives.
With Optus Home Internet, you get more yes. Which means less family screen time and more harmony with powerful Wi-Fi. Get the Ultra Wi-Fi modem at no extra cost.